Hello. Hello, all. What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? Let's see. We got Biscuit, Last Dance, George. Welcome, everybody. Do a little bit of music, and then we can start having a conversation. Lots of things going on right now. Lots of things to talk about. I followed her to the station, suitcase in my hand. Well, I followed her to the station, the suitcase in my hand. It's hard to tell, it's hard to tell, all your love's in vain. Gonna jump right to the last verse here. When the train left the station, had two lights on behind. When the train left the station, had two lights on behind. The red light was my baby, and the blue light was mine. Oh, I play that shit, homeboy. I love that song. Love in Vain by the Rolling Stones. And welcome. Let's get the headphones on. Cup of tea, Last Dance, Backstage Boxing. Who's that? Cool. Hey, Aphid, what's up, dude? Good to see you. Duke in the house. Welcome. Very nice. Yeah, cool. Hey, Sammy Cat. Merry Christmas, girlfriend. She's a friend of mine. She was a friend of mine. Yeah. Tried to do a little reading on Christmas Eve. I didn't have my microphone plugged in. And that was pretty stupid, but whatever. You have to just leave stuff as it is online and move forward. Can't go backwards. So next year, I'll remember the mic. So welcome, everybody. Thank you, Dookie. Duke. Sorry, dude. I'm not going to say that again. Just Duke. Just Duke. Get it in there. Get it in the head. As always, the link is in the description. And VATMQGN, that's the one. All right. And it is now in the chat. Anyone's welcome to join at any time. Love to have you. get a full screen up there if you guys want. Duke, Last Dance. Aphid may have some new gear. Being that it's Christmas and all, he probably took care of himself. Cool. Thanks, Duke. You see me soon, Sammy Cat? Right on. Okay, cool. Maybe a couple of weeks after your quarantine is over. I'm just kidding. Oh, yeah, big week. Weird shit happened here in the U.S. Fucking giant explosion in Nashville. And apparently now they're finding bits of human flesh on the surrounding buildings. I guess that means there was somebody inside the RV, possibly. It doesn't mean that definitely. But it appears that they're finding some human remains there. I'd like to hear what people's theories are about that. It's pretty, I don't know if ambiguous is the right word, but certainly whatever that person was trying to attempt, if it was a suicide, it was a grand fucking suicide at that. If it was a attempt at mass murder, it was terrible, because that fucking bomb was gigantic and it could have done a lot of damage. So, oh, cool. War of the Worlds, right on. Yeah, I just can't figure that one out. I mean, maybe it was just somebody who wanted to go out with a bang. I suppose it's possible. Last week was a decent show. The week prior was off the hook. And one of the reasons the week prior to last week was off the hook was because we had more people who came on screen, and the more the merrier. But sometimes you have mellow ones, sometimes you have exciting ones. I'm cool with anything. The one we had, that guy British Bee near the end, he was quite a cock, but he was cool. I liked him. Happy New Year, George. All right, so we're going to go ahead and get some guests going here. We have one to add. Hello, Duke.
Hello. How are you?
Good, thanks. Merry Christmas, man.
Yeah, happy holidays. Merry Christmas.
Yeah, right on. Do you sell?
Does my mic work? It's too loud? Too low?
It's a bit loud.
Okay, sorry.
That's okay. Do you celebrate Christmas like the American way, Christmas trees, all that sort of shit?
It pretty much is, but we celebrate it on the 24th. So that's where all the kids get all the presents, gifts and stuff, and open them. Mm-hmm. And we still call it, I think you have like the word for it, like the Y-U-L-E.
Yuletide, yeah.
Yeah. So that's what it's known here. It has no Christian name here, but it does. People used to at least go to church, Christian church, the day after, and so it's still connected with Christmas, but we call it Yule. It's very paganistic.
Cool. Are you Christian?
No, I'm not actually.
Are you pagan?
Yeah.
Right on. Cool.
No, I'm just. I'm not really an atheist, because then you belong to that group of assholes.
Right.
But I'm just not religious either.
I think I'm agnostic, which means I do believe in a higher power, but I'm not quite sure of much else.
That's because you tried ayahuasca once.
Ayahuasca? Yeah, I wish.
Yeah.
I wish.
No, but I know what you mean. I kind of want to be agnostic, but I'm more closer to atheist.
Right. Yeah, I mean, that's fair. There is a certain scientific aspect to it of, just things happened and bam, now somehow, I mean, it is, even if it's purely science, that it started with single-celled organisms all the way to where we are today. It's still very much mind-blowing, you know.
Yeah, I think most the deist kind of religion, I feel it really hard to believe that he's actively doing stuff nowadays, because it's always like they want to pray to him to help me find my keys, but then he kind of put the blind eye to the Holocaust and all of that. So it seems like, why would he care about one person's finding his keys? I don't know.
Oh, I hear you. There's certainly
and also the whole thing with all the evil that happens, that's free will, but then doesn't it ruin the free will if he interferes sometimes? It's like, where does it draw the line? So maybe there is some kind of creator or God, but maybe it's not that active. I don't know.
Yeah, or maybe he just sort of got the things rolling in human, you know, maybe he doesn't have influence after
exactly
creation.
That makes more sense to me, that he's not actively involved.
Let's add our buddy here, Mr. Vapes.
Hello.
Hello, Biscuit.
I got a few cents to put into this religion thing. There is no God, in my opinion.
No God.
I mean, at the end of the day, the make up the fallacy of having a God there to create stuff. Who the frick created God? It's like you're making up something to make stuff up. Like, why? It's just a non sequitur. It's like you've got to have something there to create it. Then who created the thing that created that? It's just the idea.
Yeah, but have you ever seen a rainbow? do you really think that just happened?
Yes.
Come on.
Have you ever held a glass prism and shined a light through it? That's what a rainbow is. It's called refraction. It's just light splitting up into its various colors.
No, but I actually think when I listen to them, they do have some pretty good arguments sometimes about DNA and stuff, how it looks like.
On which side? No, it doesn't. It's just it's. On the other hand, it all looks like it's, you know, like
okay.
It's like
if I'm gonna cut the bullshit and be honest, what I actually do think on their behalf, for me, it even since I was like 11 or 2 years old, I thought that it would make a lot more sense if there was nothing in the universe.
Yeah.
It's really weird that something exists.
Yeah.
So, and we don't really understand time or room.
Well, that's the biggest problem for me, is we don't understand.
Yeah.
We don't understand, so we're making shit up to make it work in our brains. How is it? What's more likely, that something natural happened, or some all-knowing, all-seeing, all-doing being created it? It's just, I think, the natural thing, nature.
Yeah, but it still is weird that something exists, and what is outside of it, I still have a problem with.
Why does there have to be an outside?
Because that's how I understand space.
I know, but that's the problem with human beings. We are so small-minded. We can't fathom something that's so great and huge.
And especially time. How could there... I can't understand how time started, and always think like, well, there must have been something before that that started time.
Right.
It just is mind-boggling.
It is mind-boggling, but we can't be just saying God created it just because we don't understand it.
No, I'm not saying a bearded guy and then wrote a book that has spelling errors.
Or even a big fat guy that goes la 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 la.
But yeah, it's kind of nice though, because I think it's like exploring Earth. That must have been really cool back in the day when they had not charted all of the planet. And now we have that, so it's not that fun anymore. And if we knew everything,
I don't think it was fun back then when people were getting what was it called now when they didn't have vitamin C?
Scurvy.
Scurvy. Yeah, I don't think it was fun when people were dying of scurvy and stuff like that.
Well, I read, what was it called? That really douchey guy in Cambodia, the Red Khmers.
Pol Pot?
Yeah. They actually were. This is not fun at all, but they were like Norwegian tourists on a sailboat that crashed ashore during that time. And they were sent to those torture camps and killed.
Yikes. That's
Quickly back to the explosion though. My 2 cents in it.
Yeah.
It's like you said, it's either a suicide or somebody's trying to cover up a body.
Yeah. Let me add another guy in here while we have a pause. What's up, Last
Hey,
Dance?
Last Dance.
Hey guys, how you doing?
Yeah.
Hello.
Good, man. Very good. Good to see you. Duke just muted himself for his candy bar. That's fine.
Well, then I can't vicariously enjoy it unless I can hear the lip smacking and crunching and
right.
whatnot. Yeah. So I think that this was just this is just a guess, of course, that this bomber was kind of a crazy guy who wanted to go out with a bang, figuratively and literally, and he certainly did that.
Not think possibly if it was suicide, it was to do with the fact that he was sick of all the shit with COVID.
You know that? Who isn't, right?
It doesn't have to be a crazy guy to be sick of shit and just like, that's it, I'm done. I'm out.
Yeah.
He had an RV and a shitload of explosive. We're like, I'll put a speaker on this so that people know that it's happening so they can evacuate in time.
That was an incredibly creepy thing he did, though. I mean, that's kind of horror movie quality kind of thinking. Yeah.
Have they released any sounds of the recordings? Have you guys heard that? Or the recording?
I haven't.
No, I think they just did a transcript, like they read out a transcript of what was said.
Yeah, that's what I read. And then I imagined what it sounded like, and it was pretty creepy.
Right. The only thing I heard was there was some sort of a security camera, maybe, and there seemed to be some people kind of hunkered down, and that's when the explosion happened, and there was somebody screaming, but it was fucking massive, man. He could have really done a lot of damage, so you really have to think that he really wasn't trying to. He picked a time when it was not going to kill anyone.
In my opinion, it was definitely not a terrorist act.
I agree.
But if it was a suicide, don't you think he would have left a manifesto or some kind of statement? Because it seems to be some kind of protest.
It's still early. It might have.
When they find out who he was, they might find that manifesto.
It might be house.
I mean, it's probably more than just quitting your AT&T subscription.
I'm sick of my poor bandwidth.
That is another thing about it, isn't it? AT&T.
Yeah, wasn't it like he ruined the one hub, or? And it also kind of showed that wasn't the 911 telephone centers shut down like all over the country just by that?
Well, they were overloaded, and that's how it is. That's how it is in disasters. I live in the Maryland, D.C. area, and there was an earthquake in 2011, maybe. Out of nowhere. We've never had one before, and within 5 minutes, nobody could call anybody, which is terrifying because you want to find out if your loved ones are okay.
Right.
Might have shown a weakness if you want to start a panic that they're probably going to fix now. It wasn't a real attack from malevolent people. So Might have been a good consequence out of it. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, does a terrorist act have to actually injure somebody, or can it just instill terror or fear? You know what I mean?
The way it happened, I mean, with terrorism, they want to create the most destruction possible, don't they? They don't
Right.
want to, they're not going to, tell you that they're going to blow something up.
Right. No,
Yeah.
I hear you.
And most terrorists want to kill as many people as possible.
Yeah,
Not
right.
all of them, though.
Mhm.
Some terrorists just want, like, political terrorists, they're like animal rights terrorists. They'll destroy, like, a building, like a zoo, and release all the animals and destroy the zoo. That's political
Yeah.
terrorism.
You're breaking up a little, Biscuit. I think it may be because the mic's not in front of you. I'm not sure.
Is this better?
That would probably work better. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think so.
I do want all this in the screen.
Yeah. I mean, if you think about like you said, animal rights. There's people who are anti-technology. What was his name? The Unabomber, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ted Kaczynski.
Ted Kaczynski. So he wasn't looking for mass murder, but he was murdering people who were furthering technology, I believe, or trying to, right?
Yeah.
But he was so full of shit. If you watch a documentary about him, yeah, it just didn't make sense, the targets he chose. And one just happened to be the school he went to.
Yeah.
I mean, he also targeted. He was called the Unabomber for University and Airline Bomber because he targeted an airline.
So it weren't called the Unabomber for like uni as in uno as in one.
No, it was UNA, University and Airline.
Yeah.
Right.
His first two targets were some dude at a university and some dude who
Got you.
at an airline.
Yeah, but sure, he did have an anti-technology and kind of like green activist excuse for what he did, and he was really upset with humanity. But then I think when he chose the target, it was somehow it was because he was taking the bus to a different place, and then he sent it from there, and he kind of just wanted attention, and then he could what's it called? He could tie it to any kind of reason. Then after the fact,
Red berry brandy.
Nice.
And usually it was the poor freaking assistants that opened his mail bombs.
Right.
Any of you guys read the Unabomber's manifesto?
Yeah, I read some of it, and then I watched the documentaries on Netflix. There are two of them. They're pretty interesting. So they kind of cliff notes it.
I remember reading his manifesto when it came out, and I remember thinking, yeah, I kind of agree.
Did they printed it in like the USA Today or the Times or something?
I read it in the USA Today.
And he said he was going to kill somebody if it didn't get printed or something, right? It was like
something like that, yeah.
Yeah, so I mean that's straight up out of the movies, man. He's getting manifestos printed while he's still on the loose, It was
And his brother read it and said, "That's good old Ted. I wonder if I should tell somebody that he's doing it."
Right, and I believe in Bowling for Columbine by that fat shit, whatever his name was there.
Roger Shithead.
Him. I think he interviewed his brother, didn't he? Or did he interview? Oh no, he interviewed the guy who blew up the federal building in Oklahoma's brother. I don't know.
McVeigh.
Possibly. I thought he interviewed Kaczynski's brother. He had a 44 under his pillow. Crazy nut job, yeah. So his brother did know, right? His brother turned him in.
His brother didn't know for sure, but when he read the manifesto, he said, "Oh, that's my crazy brother. Love the guy. Maybe I should tell somebody though."
I have to say something about Ted. the Unabomber. It's so ridiculous to me because what he was against, it was technology moving forward and destroying jobs and whatever. But he kind of seemed to come to the conclusion that, okay, we need to get rid of the free market and the capitalist system, which he didn't want to say. So instead of coming with any kind of solution, he has, oh, this is not good, I'm going to kill people. So they stopped. But he didn't present any kind of replacement. He didn't want to touch that. He just wanted to complain. And that's what I feel is kind of chicken shit and stupid.
Basically, he was the ultimate...
He was an extremely smart guy.
He was the ultimate Karen.
Yeah. Yeah, he not only wanted to talk to the manager, he wanted to blow up the manager.
Right. Yeah.
But he didn't come with anything constructive because he didn't have any plans on how to change it for the better. More or less than, we should go back to agriculture, which is pretty much old school communism, but he didn't want to touch that subject. He didn't say that out loud.
Basically, he knew something had to change, but he had no fucking clue how to implement it.
Yeah, technology is bad, and what drives technology? It's capitalism and military. Yeah, but he didn't target military. He targeted like
right. Well, that would have been
and schools.
Yeah. He targeting the military would have been. I mean, yeah, he could just target like the administrative offices of like the army or something.
It wouldn't have lasted. It wouldn't have lasted 2 minutes though.
Yeah,
the army would have had him in seconds.
If the army was looking for him, yeah, probably. But the thing is that it would have still gone probably to the FBI. Just how it works, I believe, in this country.
So if the army was attacked by a civilian, it'd be under FBI jurisdiction.
I believe so. Like, well, the Pentagon was attacked, which is the center of the armed forces.
It's happened. Actually, remember Nidal Hassan?
Mm-hmm.
He wasn't a civilian though. He was a member of the military.
He was in the army, wasn't he?
He was in the army, yeah.
Yeah.
But he somehow he got a gun, and I guess the one place you can count on nobody being armed is an army base for some reason. And he was able to kill a pile of people.
Yeah, and I think he had like maybe only a 9mm, but yeah, he did a lot of damage.
Yeah.
Yeah, what was that, Fort Hood or something? It was the one in Texas, the big one.
Yeah, I think it was Fort Hood.
So, I mean, let's say there's 200 on-duty MPs. This fucking Fort Hood is so massive. It probably took 5 minutes for the closest armed military police to get there, you know, whereas, I mean, what if they let every soldier carry his service pistol? You know, I don't know. Might be a little dicey.
Well, surely if you can carry a firearm in the US, the army can carry a firearm.
You would think.
Yeah, but I was talking about Ted. If you're gonna send a mail bomb, you can send it to someone symbolically connected to military technology.
Mm-hmm.
Something.
Like Steve Jobs.
Well, didn't he kill like one civilian tech company big wig?
Mm-hmm.
He tried at least.
He could send it to the granddaughter of Eugene Stoner, the man who invented the M16 or the AR-15. Right, the way that he could
I think
spider out. You know?
Yeah. But he wasn't against guns. He was against technology,
right,
taking over jobs and stuff.
Mm-hmm. I don't remember anymore.
So it wasn't against technology per se. It was against automation of technology.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, some technology can provide jobs, but once things are getting automated, then jobs are gone for good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And we should go.
It won't be like in Elon Musk with his Tesla cars going to be taking over taxis and you personally driving and lorry drivers. And
What the fuck, man? Aphid Lip, where did he go?
Was he there and then not there?
Yeah, in like 30 seconds, the guy's like, oh, he didn't see me. I'm out of here. Fuck these guys. No, come on, dude. Where you gone? Yeah, that's great English right there. Good grammar. Aphid Lip, where did you gone?
We know what that means.
No, but that's good. I have to say, I really like Aphid Lip. I've given him some grief on here before. But I really respect Aphid Lip because it goes against the grain. He gets a lot of shit, but he stands by what he thinks. Even though everyone hates him for him at times, but not always, but he still stands for what he thinks. And we disagree at times, but not as much as I make it sound.
Right. Hey, we'll bring in a fifth. What's up, Mark?
Hey, Mark.
Hey.
It goes against the grain.
Hey,
Good to
Martin.
see you, buddy. Good to see you. Merry Christmas.
I tell you something, guys, I could kill my mum and dad.
Oh, no.
You never guess what they bought my daughter for Christmas.
A set of drums? No, you already got it.
Yeah, no, that's what they've got, electric drums, but with a massive amp.
Oh, my God.
Electric drums with a massive amp, and she's been at it all day. I'm like, no, hold on.
Is there a headphone jack? Dude.
There is, but it came with an amp and no headphones.
Oh, that's going to be your next purchase. Headphones. Just make sure the poor thing doesn't blow out her eardrums with the headphones on, you know? She'll be fine. I love electric drums.
They are sick. The full-size adult drums with kicker and everything.
Slept in my attic. Interesting, Fat Belly. All right. Aphid is the centrist. That's funny. All right, here we go. Aphid Claus is back. Boom! There he is.
Merry Christmas, everybody.
Very Christmas, Aphid.
Merry Christmas, Aphid.
How you doing, man?
I'm great. How are you guys all doing?
Very
We're
well.
doing good.
Good.
You mentioned new equipment. Do you want to talk about it?
Oh, man, I just got so much to talk about. I got all kinds of new Christmas gear.
Cool.
See the little lights back there? I redid my whole space back here. Got some new...
the lights. You can see the lights.
Yeah,
Yeah,
see
lights
the
look
lights.
good.
I think I can
Head towards the light.
I can control those from here, actually.
Wow. High tech.
See, I can make them... I can change the color of them and stuff. So, yeah, it's been... what about everybody else? Has it been a good Christmas for everybody?
It's been good. Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
You've got some lights that change colour, yeah?
Yeah. Yeah, we can make them...
What are
There's
you?
the red. I hope so. I sure hope so, because I'd much rather be 12 than what I actually am.
It's a very YouTuber thing to do these days, is have a decent lighting setup for you.
Well, it's
Can you change them to green?
green. Yeah, I can change them to green. Let me change them to green for Duke.
Ah,
There you go. There you go. I'll make them a little
color
brighter,
balance.
for you.
It's a shame the bright red ones at the back can't be changed green too.
Yeah, my cord. That's a neon light up there. Well, that's the other thing. I got my whole camera. I got my DSLR camera hooked up as my webcam, so you can make out each and every beard hair if you want to.
Wow. Cool.
And I got a new iMac back here. Well, none of it's new. You know, I'm big into getting junk that everybody wants to throw away and making it work again. So it's all just junk that nobody wanted.
Yeah, that TV up over your left shoulder looks cool. That's a new thing. The one you have.
See, none of that's new. It's just that I had that old. I just had a regular webcam, and it's got such a low, frame of field. And this one I can put
Couple knows about us.
Put a fisheye lens on it if I want, or do whatever I want.
Nice. Very good, man. Well, welcome. That's cool. So, good family Christmas, all that stuff.
Yeah, you know, it was different this year, but that's all right. We had a good time, made the best of it.
Sure, same here.
Well, I mean, we got no complaints, you know. I mean, there's a lot of people that could complain a lot more than I could and punch me in the face if they heard me complaining.
Oh, Chiffin, here's a special one.
And MSNBC, not just
my daughter's mum decided it was a good idea to send her a Christmas present. Any guesses for what it was? You'll never guess. Put it this way, it's the most stupidest thing you could buy a 9-year-old girl.
A gun.
No, hair dye for a 9-year-old girl.
I think that's a great thing to get.
Is it really?
As long as you don't mind her hair changing color.
It's not. It was permanent. It could have made her hair fall out. She don't bloody know. She's only 9.
Okay, that's not the right hair dye to get.
Right. No.
I wouldn't have minded it if it was wash in, wash out, but it was permanent. Luckily, it was my mum's colour, so she took it.
Yeah, that's a wacky gift, definitely.
Oh,
What color was it, or was it?
It was plum purple.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Yeah, that's a British thing, right?
Yeah.
What's that, dude?
Well, it's purple.
Oh, purple.
It's
Anyone didn't know.
more burgundy.
It came out burgundy instead of purple, huh?
No, that's what colour it is. It's like a purpley. It's purpley red. You know, like a reddy purple.
Yeah, like remember the older broad in that show, Are You Being Served? Did you guys watch that?
No.
I'm trying to remember what it is.
All right, let's bring in a 7th guy.
Wow, we're filling up.
Mr. Kwanzaa.
What's going on?
Assalamu alaikum.
Yeah.
How's
better not
everybody?
be.
Merry Christmas.
Good Merry
Hey,
Christmas,
Merry Christmas.
Topple.
Merry Christmas.
And don't use that excuse where your internet's bad. You know, if you want to get off, just say you're getting off. Don't use that stupid excuse that.
I got the kids here, so
Hey, first of all, what's
I
that
can't-
delicious brown liquid that you're drinking in a small glass?
it's just Jim Beam apple, something cheap.
Something. It's something.
Jim Beam makes apple juice.
Something.
Yeah.
Sure
get
does
you.
taste like it.
It'll get you there, Topple.
Mm-hmm.
Around 40% alcohol apple juice. Maybe 35?
65.
65 proof or
65 proof.
yeah, okay. 30. Yeah, nice. Strong liqueur. Very nice.
If he drinks that whole thing, he'll forget about how crappy it is. but then he'll remember tomorrow all day long.
It's only be a half bottle tonight. I got to still celebrate tomorrow.
There you go. Close up the pool for the year?
Oh, that's been done for months.
Yeah.
It's like 21 degrees out right now, so.
Ouch.
Hey, that's
Fahrenheit.
good. Oh, Fahrenheit. Ow.
Cool, man.
That's like as good as it gets here. In C.
Yeah,
Good
what's
Christmas, Topple?
It was okay. The kids were happy. That's all that mattered. I had to
That's
take
right.
my father-in-law to the hospital, but other than that, everything else was good.
Well, that's
Yeah.
not good.
me and the wife
And the
were
only
like,
thing I
yeah,
could-
go ahead, dude. Go ahead, finish.
Yeah, the only thing I could do is drop him off because we're not allowed in the hospitals right now because of COVID and everything. So
Right.
he's got diabetes. He's on blood thinner, and he cut his foot pretty good. So we had to wrap his foot in a bag and just drop him off at the hospital.
Right.
Picked him up 2 hours later. So
I was thinking about how tough that would be. Like if something happened and somebody was dying, or you had to take somebody. It'd be hard for
you
them to
can't
tell
go
me
into
that.
the hospitals.
I know, man. It'd be hard for them to tell me that, and me not be like, "Well, screw you. I'm going in anyway."
Well, with COVID, a lot of people are choosing to die at home with their loved ones because they know if they go to the hospital, or if they get really bad, should I say,
Yeah.
they rather be with their loved ones, knowing if they go to the hospital, they're going to be by themselves. So
well, here in Sweden, and this is real, they actually recommended us not to get in any car accidents right now.
yeah,
For real.
Wait
This
till
is
you're
true.
vaccinated
Yeah,
before
if
you
you
get a
could-
car accident.
That's
You can
good
put that
advice.
off. Put that car accident off for a couple months.
If you're scheduling your car accidents, now is not a good time.
Yeah.
So is it okay? Is it okay to have a bicycle accident or a motorcycle accident? Did they
Right.
specify cars?
Well, you can. I
Yeah,
think
makes you wonder. I was driving to work last week in a blizzard with almost zero visibility, ice everywhere, and this asshole in a Jeep decides to pass everyone, and he started fishtailing, and he was so close to shooting off into the woods at 60 miles an hour, dude. He got so quickly back in line with all of us other schleps doing 35, but it's like, dude, what the fuck are you thinking right now? If you're going to get to work 5 minutes earlier, it's worth it, like, flooring it in a blizzard to get around a couple of cars on the highway. I mean,
or never in this case.
people just don't think, man. And that guy would have been fucked. And
There's only one way to learn that you don't have the traction you think you do, and that's by thinking you do and then losing it.
Yeah.
Then
I
you
have
learn
to
your
ask
lesson
you.
for life.
I have to ask you, Americans, that because here in Sweden we have this, and it's awesomely fun. When we take our driver's license, we have this slippery test, and they have actually made like this huge outdoorsy thing where they fake losing control of the car, and you have to go through it to get the feel for what happens in winter time, because we have winter here every winter.
Yeah.
And it's really slippery.
That's crazy.
I think they proposed that here in England.
Yeah,
It's a
but
good idea.
it's so much fun. Actually, some companies pay them just to go there as like a fun thing to do with the company.
Like on a, they call it a skid pan, don't they? Do they have like a cage around car to lift the car slightly up so it's less weight on the wheels?
That's a new thing. Back in the day, you had you have to get up to this miles per hour, and then you can't brake until these cones, and then you have to. That cone is an elk. But nowadays, yeah, exactly. They lift the wheels and
Yeah, they're still on the floor, but they're lifted so much so that they can't get as much traction.
yeah. And people waiting in line in their rental cars starts to bump each other. It's like, so weird, but fun.
In the States, I'm going through it right now. My son, he just turned 16. Every state is different with how you get your driver's license. In the state of Pennsylvania, where I live, you have 6 months, you have your permit. And then during that time, there's a certain amount of hours you got to get in during night, snow, all kinds of conditions before they can take their driver's license. The only thing they have to do is have a parent sign up saying, yes, my son or whoever did all these hours. That's how they get it.
Okay.
And then the driver test in the state of Pennsylvania, where we are, is parallel parking and just drive around the road, stop signs, signals, and all that.
Who's in the car with you in your state when they do the road test?
It's not me. It's someone from the DMV.
It's
Yeah.
the tester.
Yeah.
Do
And
you
so-
have a theory test as well?
Oh,
In
to get their permit, they have to do.
Yeah, and here they have a uniformed state trooper sitting shotgun when you get your,
really?
your road test. So
Wow.
super stressful, and they call them the Gestapo here. They have the high leather boots and the hat forward. They look really fucking idiotic, man. But they're very intimidating. And I had a very tall, big statured African American woman as my, and she had me fucking. I was nervous as hell, but she passed me even with all the mistakes. So
Because you had all that weed on you. That's
yeah,
and in your car.
yeah.
I've only ever taken one test, and I suspect that they have a quota to fail people, because I got 0 points. When I was doing my test, because you have like a point system. I had 0 points at all. They gave me one serious for going slightly over the speed limit just before we moved to the next speed limit zone. So I went from a 30-mile-an-hour zone to a 40, and I'd sped up too early, so they instantly failed me for that.
Interesting. Did they have any of you guys ever been in the car where there's two steering wheels where the other person has one too, whether it's an instructor or like anything like that? That was a thing.
The car I was in had two brake pedals and
Two brakes.
accelerator, I think, as well.
Okay, interesting.
Now you can get a Fisher Price steering wheel thing if you want.
Give the guy who's doing the test the illusion the driving.
Exactly.
I think we should all be tested every 5 years.
No.
No, why?
I agree.
You're probably right, but I don't want to be.
We all get into bad habits. We all get into bad
But I don't think you should penalise people that are good drivers to have to pay every 5 years to pass a test. I think what should happen
it's not penalising people, is it? If you think about
it is. I think if someone gets caught speeding or doing minor infractions, they should have to retake the test. But if you've been an exemplary driver, I don't think there's any way you should have to take your test again.
But what about when you get a bit older and your eyesight starts to go a bit and your reactions start to go a bit?
That's an eye test. If your opticians find out that you've got bad eyesight, they should tell DVLA.
I think it would stop a lot of accidents on the road. I think if you tested people every few years, maybe 10 years, 5 years, whatever. I don't know. But
but the thing is,
it'd up the game, wouldn't it? It'd up the game a bit.
I certainly agree with you over, like, say, pick a number, 70. I would say it should be more frequent after a certain age, maybe even every other year or something. I don't know.
Yeah, when
75, 80.
stop painting the older people. Do you know statistically what causes accidents in cars in America? It's people texting, and you're not going to get rid of them from testing them each 5 years. That's just statistics. It's people using the cell phone.
I think falling asleep at the wheel is one of the major killers in a car.
For truck drivers, yeah.
I did that a long time ago and hit a telephone pole.
To tell the truth, I did it on a motorcycle.
Oh.
Pia told me the solution to keep people from texting in the cars. No more automatic cars. It should be stick.
Right.
All the way.
With the clutch, like a real stick, not the fucking paddle shifters.
Exactly.
Yeah. I would probably have a little trouble if I jumped behind an old school stick right now. It would take me a few minutes, but they are fun as hell to drive, man. When you get that clutch.
Some people just don't have the dexterity though, do they, to drive a full a stick car.
Yeah.
It was the first car I drove, so it's kind of I have muscle memory of how to do it.
Sure.
Oh, I can drive with in a geared car, but I know people that just don't. Like people with what's they call it?
Paraplegic.
No, it's like do you know when people can't write properly and can't read? Dyslexic, but it's not dyslexia. It's dyspraxia. People with dyspraxia can't concentrate on more than one thing at a time. Like they can't operate a gear lever and look at the steering wheel and look at the road and
He's
look at
making that shit up, isn't he?
And texting at the same time.
Right. Fucked.
I have a little bit of that.
It takes that one extra thing out. You can concentrate on the road instead of concentrating which gear you're in all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Then maybe they shouldn't have become a pilot.
I don't believe there's gears on an aeroplane, is there?
No. I had a Nissan pickup. I got to the point where I could shift gears without the clutch. When you hit the perfect spot in the RPMs, you can get it right into gear, no clutch necessary. But when you miss it,
just whiz off it to acceleration, put it in gear.
Yeah, basically.
I used to do that. Mind you, my pluggy 90s did that anyway. They didn't have a clutch. You just release acceleration of it, click into gear, then whiz on again.
Oh, that's wild. They had vans in this country. They would call it 3 on the tree. You had 3 gears on the fucking steering wheel column. First one, second one, and then the third one. You jammed it up into the fucking thing. So it was like 0 to 25, 25 to 50, and 50 to probably 65. You had 3 massive gears. Very awkward to drive those things. Huge clutch.
Comets were like that too. They look like a Maverick. Comet.
Oh yeah. 4 on the floor.
Toyota Camry. Was that the one with the Live? Did you say Toyota Camry?
No. Mercury Comet.
Oh, Comet.
Mercury.
No. I think it was a Nissan King Cab. One of those boxy small. Okay, this is boring. I'm boring myself.
Pia's gonna tell you how annoying you are.
Yeah.
Tell Pia I said hello.
If the lip says hello.
Always good to hear. Always good to hear her voice.
And same for me, of course.
Well, I know more about cars than David.
And she knows more about cars.
I bet she does.
We have no doubt.
She does.
David, wow, haven't heard. Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, that's my very secret name.
Interesting. Okay. Not as tough as Duke.
Well, Duke is more of a title.
Oh, right. Okay.
I saw a friend of mine put a picture up on Facebook the other day. He's got an electric car.
Interesting.
First time I've seen anyone who's actually got one.
Cool.
Never driven one.
What do we think about them?
I want one of them Renault Twizzys, me.
They look cool.
Yeah, electric
Tesla.
car. Porsche just made the Taycan. I think it's called the fully electric Porsche. It's 200K. Thing is pretty awesome.
Yeah, that's the way it's gonna be.
The best thing about a Renault Twizy is it's got 1 seat. Fuck you all! I'm not taking you with me. No passengers. Brilliant.
Yeah,
the torque on those things. Good lord.
The Porsche beats a McLaren Senna off the start, but the Senna will win the quarter mile after the first, probably eighth of a mile. The Senna will catch up, but that's according to all the bullshit I watch.
I've always wanted to try this.
What, the McLaren F1? It'll be the McLaren F1.
The F1 is older. Now they're up to the P1, the Senna. There's
Right.
they're making some pretty sick McLarens now, man.
Right.
Pretty awesome. It's a dealership not far from here, actually.
I've always wanted to try a smart car with a Hayabusa engine with widened wheel arches.
That's sick.
Man, the electric cars though, man, they're like super fast. I mean, a lot of cars these days, even like turd cars, when we were kids, they're now like I had several souped up Mustangs, and I wrenched on those things every weekend to get them to go fast, and a stock car goes faster than it does now.
Yeah.
I think the lowly old Ford Fiesta does 110, 115, doesn't it, these days?
Yeah.
I have to say, when I'm out walking nowadays, and I walk past like a red light, and then it turns green, and I hear a lot of cars starting up.
Yeah. I don't really like that. But the electric ones don't matter anyway.
No. But with the gas ones, you can shut that off with most cars. And
you can, but like the Ford trucks, you have to do it every time you get into the vehicle.
Oh, that's a pain in the ass.
Or at least the guy that I know that has one hasn't figured out how to turn it off completely. But you can do it, but you have to do it every single time you get in the truck.
How much is saved by not idling? Can't be that
I don't know. It can't be that much.
It depends. I mean, if you're at one of those a timed stop sign, like that's 3 minutes maybe, but if it's 15, 20 seconds, it's nothing because your starter is working.
I think
hard.
if you've got a lot of rail crossings, those rail crossings that got the barriers, and there's like 15 trains before you can go through. That's where it'll come in.
Well, you could turn your car off if that were the case.
Right. But in the old days, if you guys remember, like the starters would go all the time. So it would be in the old days, you'd leave it running going into a store and shit because, well, it might not fucking start. So,
Right.
I'll leave it running,
Right.
Now they're just shutting off all the time. So
I
apparently,
think the starters are more reliable these days, though.
I
Aren't
would
they?
say so. I mean, there's been more than one time when I've hit a starter with the hammer and got it to work when someone was turning the key in there. And then, you bring it and tell that to the mechanic, and they're like, a hammer is not a tool that you usually use to work on a starter. And I'm like, okay, cool. I'll remember that next time when I'm
That's what you call caveman mechanics.
yeah, totally.
Hit with hammer will work.
It does on occasion. What is that?
Biscuit
You
vapes.
got your pet goat?
No, it's a rat terrier.
All right.
Put her
Biscuit
diaper on.
vapes.
Yeah, Duke.
Oh, look at that.
that.
What's on the other side of the train tracks? Shouldn't you stay on this side of the tracks?
Why?
Because it's not safe on the other side of the tracks.
That's
Why?
how it is in a lot of places.
It's an expression.
That's how it is where I went to college.
Right.
Do you want to see a dead body?
Biscuit, do you know what movie that's from?
I'm gonna say.
I'll name some actors for you. River
No,
Phoenix.
I know what film it is. It's the one where they're walking down train track, but I can't remember what film's called.
Rocky.
Is it Mark?
Is this
It's Rocky. It's Rocky.
Oh,
It's Rocky.
it's not Rocky.
Stand by me. What's the film?
Boom. Stand by me.
Stand
That's
by
the
me.
movie.
Yeah.
What's the film? Is it called Stand By Me, the film?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. The one with the kids.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Richard Dreyfuss is the narrator, I
Narrate.
believe.
Yeah, and it's in the beginning.
What's his name? Phoenix, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
River
Yeah.
The
Phoenix.
guy who the Phoenix
And
River
Corey Feldman.
Yep.
one of the Feldmans, yeah.
Corey's dead, right? Or isn't
Yeah.
it?
I think he died. Yeah.
River
And the
Phoenix died.
Is
The
it?
last guy is
The other Corey
Trek.
died.
Star Trek dude.
Corey Haim.
Corey.
No, the guy
Yeah.
who sees the deer in the forest, kind of like the main character.
Kiefer Sutherland. Oh,
No, Richard Dreyfuss as young. He was in Star Trek later, that actor.
Was he?
Pine?
Yeah, and then and I hate to say it, I don't remember that. No, the Big Bang, he was a guest there because he was in Star Trek, not because of Stand By Me.
Oh, you're on about. Oh, come on.
Hell, I hate it when I can't remember actors' names.
I'm confused which actor we're talking about.
Yeah,
It's
like the main character as a kid.
Oh, yeah, the kid, right, who Richard Dreyfuss was actually playing.
Yeah,
What he was, yeah. He's a lesser-known actor because everyone else is famous in that movie, right? I know what you mean.
yeah, but he actually was in some Star Trek season.
yeah.
Star
It was a little kid, wasn't he? In it.
Yeah, and the fat guy.
I
the
know
fat
what you're
kid-
on about.
Will Wheaton?
Will
Yeah,
Wheaton,
Will
that's his
Wheaton,
name.
yeah. He was in the big.
Fuck's sake, I couldn't get it. He just stuck in deep recesses of my brain.
Wesley Crusher, the most hated character in the history of all Star Trek.
And I have to say, Biscuit Vapes, I actually watched last week's show after the show, the day after, and you taught me a lot of stuff about eggs.
Eggs.
I'll just say, look at Aphid's setup while he's not there. It looks like the fucking Death Star. Look at it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Fucking hell.
That's what he's making. Slowly but surely.
It's Enterprise, isn't it? It's the
Yeah.
bridge on Enterprise.
More like a Las Vegas room.
It's hilarious.
Oh,
Guys, like,
hell.
I love it.
Oh,
I mean, he should. looking at my background, it's fucking pathetic compared to that guy. I gotta get a sheet.
Is that Capote? I think we talked about that earlier. But that painting or
it's
drawing.
Truman Capote, isn't it?
Yeah.
I believe that's Capote. Let's see here. I don't know who the other guy is.
Looks like a mugshot almost.
Might be Thrasher magazine.
It looks like baseball outfit, isn't it?
Maybe
Or pinstripes from a prison uniform.
maybe it's him when he was younger, without the beard.
Yeah.
No.
I bet he's a famous criminal.
Yeah, let me see if the old readers help here. No, they don't help. Oh, sorry. Yeah.
We lost Topple.
Oh, shit. Top Man. What? Let's see. Yeah, we did lose Topple.
Topple!
Oh, well, no worries.
One of the kids is on Xbox, probably. Taking bandwidth.
What are you vaping on, dude?
I've just opened some Heisenberg.
Ooh. Is that
Brand
Heisenberg?
new. Heisenberg.
Heisenberg, the uncertainty.
It was coined after what's it called? Breaking Bad. Because the original Heisenberg was blue, like the crystal meth that what's his face makes.
Yeah.
Yep.
That was a good one. Heisenberg made. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a great show. I didn't know how good it was when I was watching it until it started getting near the end, and I was like, "Oh God, it's going to end!" Like, it just was such a cool thing to look forward to every week. It was an amazing show.
I miss the days when good TV was on, like Game of Thrones and Breaking Bad.
Yeah, Game of Thrones, man. I can rewatch that one again today, starting from episode 1. I'd be fine,
And just missed the last few episodes.
Yeah.
Season 2 to 5 were great. The greatest, I think.
I think that all the seasons were brilliant until the last couple of episodes.
Yeah. There was one season of Game of Thrones where it was a lot of dreamy shit, a lot of like ethereal, sort of half-conscious type things, thoughts, and it was very artistic, but I found that one to be difficult to get through. I did like the killing, the war, the nakedness, the sex, the beautiful women.
I think you're mixing up shows. What the hell? What's no dreamy surrealist?
I think you might be on about the bits where it's where she's in desert with Juffy Nolt.
There was.
Well, everyone hates the desert episodes because they sucked in comparison.
Yeah.
Not the bits with the dragons in. They were the best bits.
Those were cool. When they started growing up, the dragons were getting older. It was like I was getting all excited. They're getting bigger.
Yeah, but I mean, like the weak king there in the desert with the women conspiring and stuff.
Yeah,
I was lucky because I started watching it when season 4 had finished. So I got to watch all of it in like a week instead of waiting for years for dragons to grow up.
Yeah.
Because everyone was like, "Where's the dragons? Where's the dragons?" I was like, "It's like 4 hours in, dude."
Yeah, I thought one of the best scenes was when the Child King, the young kid that everybody fucking hated, when he died.
Oh yeah, that was brilliant.
That was brilliant, man.
What?
I loved just watching the little cunt fucking squirm and go.
Yeah, when he got poisoned,
Yeah.
I mean, for a show like that popular to make people rejoice in a child getting like murdered, that says something, man. Because everybody collectively was like, "Yeah, fucking die," But
I have to say, 2 of my favorite characters in that show. One was Cersei, except the last season, and the other was Littlefinger. It was so freaking awesome.
Yeah,
My favorites was Arya Stark and the midget guy.
Yeah,
Lannister.
but everyone loves Peter Dinklage.
Yeah.
What was it called? I don't even remember the character anymore.
I can't remember his name either. I know we were a Lannister.
Yeah.
Tyrion Lannister. That's it.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, I loved his father too. It was also a great character. I mean, they're awesome villains. They're cleverly.
The eunuch, the guy with the shaved bald head, he was a fucking awesome character.
It took a while for his character to build up, though.
It did.
But they really
hateable.
ruined it. Yeah, but they really ruined it. But we can't count the last season, I think.
No.
Because I think the first 3 episodes of the last season was okay.
Yeah, the long night was fantastic.
Yeah.
The battle and that.
But everything after that was just so stupid, actually.
Yeah.
And it didn't make sense for the characters. It was like, who the hell wrote this?
I kind of liked the bit where he killed, stabbed her, like, at the end, but
yeah,
I just don't think they handled it right.
Yeah, it's so weird.
Yeah,
I never saw the show. You guys just ruined it for me.
No, dude.
No, we didn't. We didn't spoil anything.
The story is cool, but the show and the whole beauty of the show and the cinematography, it is mind-blowing. It is cool. It's up there with me for Lord of the Rings, and I never thought I would say that, but I absolutely loved that trilogy of movies and books. And then to have something like this come along was right in that wheelhouse, but at first, I kind of thought the White Walkers were playing a bit off of the whole, zombie thing, which I find to be annoying. But he fucking left again. Anyway, so, they were somewhat like zombies. So it was kind of like Lord of the Rings with zombies, basically.
and a lot more nudity.
Replace the orcs, yeah. Replace the orcs. Khaleesi was great. I couldn't believe when I first saw how she looks like walking around all the time with brown, black hair.
Yeah.
No, it's.
She looks so plain in real life, doesn't she? Compared.
See, I love the Lord of the Rings. That's a big claim to put it up there on a par with that.
I don't know if it may have not been on par, but it was in that. Yeah, it was.
I'd say it was higher rated than Lord of the Rings.
I know what you mean by that, but I think
because Lord of the Rings softened everything. If they made it R-rated, Lord of the Rings would have been so much better.
Yeah, but the Lord of the Rings books were a million times better than the movies could ever dream of being.
Yeah,
I'm reading them right now, and the amount of description and fantasy that he can put into your mind, it's just beautiful, man.
Yeah. Sorry.
No worries.
No, okay.
Go ahead. Have a conversation.
Okay, it was Pia came here and wanted to film the painting made by Eiffeler.
It's the time lapse of it is just playing
the picture, the portrait.
Yeah.
Portrait. We need to know what the portrait is.
Yeah, it's still up there, and we was talking about it today because we're cleaning up our apartment for a very long-term move.
And you're gonna throw it away.
No. That was like
you're gonna burn it.
No, that was like, oh man, we need to have a good place for these. And that was one of them. So like we're kind of sorting stuff that has sentimental value and stuff that doesn't have sentimental, and that's absolutely one of them. That's
Yeah, that's what I said. That this one has to stay.
Yeah, this one.
It makes a cut. That's a great honor.
Nice.
Yeah.
You're moving across town or out of country or local?
We're gonna move to where the elves moved in the Lord of the Rings.
Motel 8?
I actually watched some of the Two Towers yesterday, the movie, and it was just when the battle started at Helm's Deep, that Pia shouted to me that the 600-pound life started. We've been watching that on TLC.
My 600-pound life, yeah, or wife.
Yeah.
Life or wife?
Life.
Life, all right, yeah.
So I had to, just when it started at Helm's Deep,
Yeah.
I had to go watch. Yeah, and our living room is now a woman cave.
Oh.
Tia cave.
Yeah, what I always found interesting in The Lord of the Rings was that 3,000 years prior, they called it Isildur's Bane. Elrond, and there was another elf in Isildur. Isildur, I believe, had cut the hand off of Sauron. He had the ring. They were right there over the pit of lava or whatever. And the elves are urging him, throw it into the fire, throw it into the fucking fire. And he won't. He becomes enamored with the ring in that moment and keeps it. And that is what eventually becomes the massive battle and all of this death and destruction. And it was because of the folly of a man, of a human, which is I think that's what he was trying to get at with this book, that man is flawed. And, it was a greater picture. I think it had to do with World War II and the Nazis. And
No, he said it didn't.
He said it didn't.
Yeah, but then again, he said actually some things that contradict each other, Tolkien. So you might be right there. But can I say something I hated about the movies? And especially the Two Towers that weren't in the book. Well, they make Aragorn fall over the cliff, and then they think he's dead.
Right.
You remember that? That's not in the book.
I don't remember that from the movie. That sounds like a little artistic license, maybe.
But they already there's a good reason that's not in the book. Is because they already had that huge thing with everyone thinking Gandalf was dead, and they were mourning him all over.
Right, he left as Gandalf the Grey and came back as Gandalf the White.
Yeah, and then in the second movie, Gandalf comes back as Gandalf the White.
Right.
And then they have okay, now everyone's going to think that Aragorn is dead.
Yeah.
And nobody mourns him because they're like, okay, this is not in the book. Can we just get on with it?
Yeah, but there was considerably more in the book that was not in the movie. A lot of different sub-stories in the first one. They couldn't feature it all. They couldn't get it all into that small time that the movie was, So
what I don't get is if a book's so amazing, why don't they put it all into film, but have the film be more films?
Yeah, I mean, that could have been 10 films, to be honest with you.
Because The Hobbit, that should have been just one film.
But I think that's where TV series comes in, doesn't it? Because you can have a book fill lots of series on a TV series, can't you? And you can use a lot more of the story in a series.
Hey, does anybody here happen to read Arabic?
No.
Okay, well, here it's
Oh, look at that.
Lovely.
Oh.
This is gonna get you banned on YouTube, but okay.
Dude, I didn't. That was. I'll tell Graham to get rid of it.
And I'm pretty sure.
What? Are you kidding me? I'm rewinding that. Jeez.
I'm pretty sure that was haram too.
Hold on. Let's be here.
Haram.
Can we get a timestamp on where we are here? We're at
We're at 1 minute 13 right now, so it was between 110 and 114.
Okay.
110. That was 57 seconds ago. I know for a fact.
All right. So I'm gonna say around
113.
113.
That was horrible, Steve. That was horrible.
I'm never coming back again. That just ruined Christmas.
Scarred me for life.
I was in such a good mood with Christmas and everything, and then that person
Like you're not
ruined
in
it.
it's not like you're in a better mood now, Aphid. all wearing your smoker's jacket.
Hey, Steve, don't you have to let them on?
Yeah, but the screen
It
was
was-
just
yeah.
like a profile picture of a woman with a hijab on with some Arabic writing at the bottom. The second I put them live, they switched it over. Here, let me try them again. See if they do it again. Oh, God!
Oh,
Oh my God!
Oh, you've been done, man. You've
That's
been
two
done.
asses I've seen in there.
All right. Pub. I'm going to let Graham know. He'll fix
if
it.
you could have just left it on for a few more seconds, Smokesteve. I mean, come on.
There's no...
I'm sure you, Aphid. There's
I'm
much
just
better-
kidding.
There's far better content out there.
Oh, yeah. It's something in
Oh,
private
that's
chat
funny.
here.
That is funny. Good stuff.
Topple. Okay, so internet is fucked where Topple is, apparently. Is it?
Oh,
Yes, it is.
he lies. He
I'm not
he
bullshitting.
he just wants to get off, and then he makes
Hey,
excuses.
Topple, you're not an AT&T, are you?
No, I'm rising. We're good here. Oh, what's Aphid's Christmas explosion? What do you think happened?
Man, I don't know. I heard because I was trying to get all my gear going. Well, to be honest, I'll be brief, but all these devices are usually playing like family videos and pictures, and I was like, it comes in so clear with my. Oh, where'd he go?
Bad
for
internet.
God's sake. Hey, it's my brother.
Look, he changed. Anyway, so I had to change all these to have oddball stuff on them playing because I didn't want my family photos showing up and everything. But anyway, about that. Even though he's gone, if Topple's still listening, I have no idea. I thought the same thing Smokesteve said at the beginning though, was it's possible it was just an elaborate suicide. You know.
What do you think to my idea that it could have been a body cover-up?
It could have been, yeah, because they found fragments and stuff. So
Let's ask my older brother. What do you think it was, brother?
Hey, you asked if anybody spoke or translated Arabic.
Yes.
I'm here for you.
oh,
thank
too
you.
late. I think it was Arabic. I think it was Arabic for
Yeah, we
but-
don't need a translator.
but dildo or
figured
something.
it out.
Right. My eyes. Yeah, my poor wife.
Oh,
I've already heard some conspiracy theory on regards to the dude that blew himself up,
Oh yeah, like what?
supposedly. I was reading that Ben Shapiro moved to Nashville and he said some controversial stuff
Yeah.
and some other stuff. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Ben Shapiro, but
How do you know it was a dude? Was there a penis
Steve,
like
what's the
that
name of
plastered on the side of the building?
Yeah. Very detachable now.
guy that found that one Christmas
Right.
present.
it was a cat.
We've got a dick.
I have to say something
Was it
about-
circumcised? That could.
It was a circumcised penis.
It is now.
Okay.
Yeah, it is now. That's right.
Right. It is. Good one.
Clue, yeah.
Did it?
No,
All
if it
right,
was
ladies and gentlemen.
if it was a cover up or, most conspiracy theories that are going to show up, I mean, it wouldn't have been. They wouldn't have put it in the middle of, if you're going to try to make something a secret, you're not going to, do it in the middle of a downtown area.
That's the beauty of it, though, Aphid. If they killed somebody, put them in an RV with explosives, explode it. There's only going to be fragments left. You can't tell that it was
I
shot.
don't know. I mean, if there's even a cell that they find, they're going to be able to. That's going to make a big difference. And
They'll be able to know who it was, but they don't know how he died, either
Well,
by the blast or by other means.
supposedly it said the way the report read, which was around this time the show started, so I don't know if you guys saw, that there was a person of interest, they say, and that it was the way they worded it was like the person of interest that they're looking at the person's house, and that person's not in custody and not around anymore. So
I.e.,
the person
he's a-
that blew
he's a
up,
dead man.
they're at their house, so they know
Right.
who the cells, the DNA that they found. That they
Right.
know.
The
And
only
Trying to
other
get the
question.
wife to identify the penis. That's what it is.
What I wonder, what if it was an elaborate way? Somebody might have said this earlier to hide a body. You kill someone with blunt force trauma to the head, and then put them there, blow the thing up. I don't know,
But what I'm saying is, why would you choose like a, if you just want to dispose of a body and not have anybody ever know?
Because it looks like elaborate suicide. That's why.
Yeah.
Well, maybe you don't have money to rent a boat to go far out into the Atlantic Ocean.
I mean, it was in Nashville's not too far from.
They have plenty of money for explosive.
Mississippi River. Toss him in the river, he'd be in New Orleans in about an hour.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Gulf of Mexico in 3.
But they find those. You got to be in the open ocean.
Yeah.
Way out there. That's one of the ones they don't.
No, just cross the state line and then shallow grave all the way.
That's
I
one
really
method.
can't wait for the conspiracy theories, though, Steve. I heard a good one earlier that Barack Obama is actually the grandson of Hitler.
Oh,
interesting.
Yeah,
They look so similar.
I know. Well, his mother was white, and she was the daughter of Ava Brown, who actually survived and moved to Chicago.
I grew up in Chicago. I don't remember Eva Brown.
I heard a conspiracy that Obama was related to the Clinton family.
I've heard that one.
Sure.
Yeah.
Plausible.
Plausible denial. Right?
Obama was in the right place at the right time. And you're a big Obama guy, right, Aphid?
Oh yeah.
Yes or no? I don't know because you're.
No. I've never been at anybody.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Am I
not like any politicians.
Am I the only fan here of Obama?
You
Probably.
are. Honestly, I'm close.
No, I like Obama.
I don't like a lot of politicians either, and I think Obama has
None of
many
them.
flaws.
No.
I'm not. I don't mean as a politician. As a person, I think he was the best president as a person, not as a politician.
Can I just jump in a little? Because I liked him the first term. And I think, but the second term, the last 4 years, he was just cashing in, doing all the... What are you doing, Steve? You're distracting me.
He's hypnotizing me. I don't know what his goal is.
But he wasn't even a good person the second term.
The second term was a disaster.
Who was he against? Who was he running against? Where he was doing a debate, and his one comment was, "Obama's dead," and then dropped the mic.
No, that never happened.
It did. It was on TV.
Fake news.
Fake news.
He was he was like, "So what have you done this term?" And he goes, "Obama's dead," and dropped the mic.
You mean Osama bin Laden?
Yeah, that's what I meant. Yeah, not Obama.
That makes
Sorry, I was mixing the names up. I do it all the time.
I hope you weren't a fan of Osama bin Laden.
Man, that was whack out. I don't know where we
Did
are
I keep
here.
saying Obama? Not Osama. I meant Bin Laden. Bin Laden's dead, not Osama. But Obama, shut up!
Right.
I've not even had a beer tonight. What's wrong with me?
Yeah, I don't know why people want to give Obama credit for killing bin Laden. I mean, it was just a standing order that just happened to take in place during Obama's term.
Well, I mean, you got the same thing going on with what was the last one, Trump got the
Iranian guy?
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, and the other guy too, the terrorist guy.
Bush.
Oh, why can't I think? No, the big terrorist dude.
Yeah, but
Never mind.
I know who you're talking about.
Yeah.
Khalid Sheikh?
No.
Wait, who are we talking about?
He was the closest thing next to. He was like the biggest that was left.
He was the
after,
next one up.
Yeah. Osama bin
you
Laden
mean
was
from
killed.
the ISIS guy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's like Trump getting credit for all that. You know? Yeah, that's him. That's him.
In hindsight, Saddam Hussein's killing was a mistake, I think.
Oh, huge mistake. Just a disaster.
It was the lesser of all the evils over there.
He sure was.
I've heard people say the same thing about Gaddafi. Is that?
And I agree with
Yeah,
that.
my
too.
I agree with that as well.
My brother's big into that.
We should have we should have left Middle East well alone.
Yeah, that would have
exactly right.
things would have been a lot different if that didn't happen. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah,
If only we had a previous experience of a land war in Asia to tell us that was a bad idea.
The twin towers would still be here, that's for sure.
Wow.
What?
I don't know about that.
Well, I mean, isn't it who was the utopian motherfucker who thought, well, let's get rid of this guy. He's too hard on his people. Then we get rid of him, and then they go fucking crazy, and all these terrorist factions erupt. Bird action.
I think his name was Chang.
Yeah, that's Casper.
You know, usually they left that sort of shit alone.
Dick Cheney.
Whose phone was that? Who is that?
It's
I'm
top.
thinking
That's
mine.
Topple.
It's Topple.
Yep.
Yep.
Oh, look, he's taking a call. I got to take this.
Got a lot of sound effects going on.
Yeah.
It's Casper over there. He's wanting to come out, but he's been a naughty boy today.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, it was being absolutely lovely and adorable, getting cuddles and all sorts. And all of a sudden, my daughter just came down because a light had gone out in her bedroom. And he decided it was a good idea to fly towards her and attack her face. So I had to grab him, and he bit my finger. So he went back in his cage. He's not been out since.
Oh no.
Yeah,
You got a bad bird?
No,
Bird
it's
like
not a bad bird. He's just jealous of my daughter. So he wants all the attention.
Get him some CBD. Mellow him out a little. That's what everyone's doing these days.
It's just a one-person bird. I think he's not had enough attention with winter from the get-go. So,
Do you clip his wings, or is that cruel?
that's cruel. I won't do that.
Okay.
It makes him obese and takes away all the brain activity is firing when they're flying.
You wouldn't want him to become obese.
It's sometimes nice.
Have you know that my brother does not like to see a bird caged. Is that okay to say, Steve?
Yeah, it's all right. I mean, the dude's got a bird. I'm not going to save the world by convincing some British bloke not to have a caged bird. Fuck, you know. I mean, there's birds everywhere. You know?
I mean, in all fairness, he is out like 5 hours a day.
There you go.
You're not going to save the world, man. I'll be honest with you. You know.
No, I agree.
Smokesteve had the knowledge of the birds, so he's got a
a
soft
bird nerd.
Yeah, he is.
I defer to Steve on bird matters.
Well, what on wild birds?
Now I'm curious.
These caged birds.
Did you ever do the calls? Like, did you ever get up on stage and do the bird calls?
If I lived in Australia, I'd live in a place where there's wild parrots, and I'd just let them come to the house naturally and let them fly off and just interact with them in the wild. But I don't. I live in Britain, where always got his fucking starlings and crows, and they don't fucking care.
Did you ever watch any of Mr. God to Use videos?
Oh, Jesus.
What does that mean, Nathan? Come on.
Do you want me to get him on here? Oh, you'll never get rid of him if I get him on here.
Who?
This guy, his name's Mr. God to You.
Oh, is that
He's
Hawaii
an older guy that lives
the guy
in Hawaii.
right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
What
he
happened
did
to
that
the woman who was
centipede video years ago, or millipede. He was taking apart some like old wiring boxes, and there's this millipede at the bottom.
That sounds like something he would do.
Stuck in my mind, yeah.
I have some really good stories from Skype with him and actually Big Earn.
Bigger.
Yeah, but what Mr. God to you did, you wouldn't believe. And I should have recorded it and put it in my will somehow.
Yeah, I've had some late night sessions with Mr. God too. At least, I mean, he's great like for a small period of time, but then after like too much time with Mr. God to you, you're just like, oh my God, just go.
Second liter of rum
I don't
start
think God
getting
needs
dangerous.
Mister. I thought
What?
God itself was enough.
Banjo Lips. Yeah, he had this. He put blackface on, and he did these skits, and he called himself
Like President Trudeau.
Right.
He seems to have like live leak immunity. I don't know.
Well,
What the deal is there?
He gets dinged. He gets his.
He does, but he does what a lot of people don't know about Mr. Got is he's a prolific uploader of content.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
And he uses that to his advantage, and he's like, look, I got you, in the past month, I got you 50 featured videos with, so many million views. You better unban me so I can upload that content some more. And they would. And he would get his red, because on LiveLeak, you would get these red stars. And Duke probably knows how it's almost like a curse, because when you get a red star, you got a target on your back. Yeah. And he would get, I didn't really care I had one or not, and Duke probably didn't care if he had one or not, but Mr. God to You took it to, heart, and he would get his pulled because Hayden knew it meant so much to him, and he would penalize him with it.
So a red star's like flags on YouTube.
Kind of, but there was several people that really contributed a lot to the site would get these stars, and you would get privileges for it.
Yeah.
So stars were a good thing.
Yeah, when LiveLeak got the money.
When I would upload something, it would instantly get posted. It wouldn't get reviewed.
That was the big thing. That it was instantly posted, and in the categories that you listed.
So if you didn't have a red star, then you'd have to wait for someone.
Well, it would get modded.
Like an hour.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And they used to just hand them out, and I think
some people got. Well, I think Mr. Got You might originally got his through a contest, because on the LiveLeak show they used to have a thing where they would have the quiz, and if you won the quiz, you would get a red star.
And it's funny because people always ask me how much, because they think you pay for it.
Right, yeah, right.
So they always ask me, how much did you pay for the premium account that the red star, they think? And I always answer, it's only 50 cents per view. Or something like that.
Right. Yeah, so it's essentially...
But no, they just gave it out, and I don't think they do it anymore. I have no idea, actually. But
I don't even know if I still have mine. I haven't went back and looked.
Duke, are you out on the LL? Because I know you made that movie was cool, man. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, but I watched last week's show, and it's totally fine. But you said that I had pretty much said that LiveLeak is shit or something like that. I never said that.
No, I didn't say that. I said you said it was candy.
No. You said the word shit.
Okay, fine. Maybe I did.
but it's fine. Maybe that's how it got interpreted, and it's fine. But that's not what I meant. I freaking loved the site. And part of what I tried to express was that I've been wanting to be more there, but it's not just happening. So I might as well just cut it.
I see.
Because I feel guilty not trying to be there, but not being there anymore.
Brother B's got some clicky keyboards.
No, I'm on my phone.
Oh, well, somebody's clicking a keyboard.
Was it me moving my table?
No, I still hear it.
No.
Hold on. I don't hear it now.
Yeah, no, I don't hear it. No, there it is. There it is. It's not keyboard.
Yeah.
It's some kind of clicky sound.
It might be Biscuit.
All right, he's muted. Is it gone?
It's the Russian.
Yeah.
It's the Russians.
Yeah, it is.
All right,
him.
you're back.
Yeah, it's him, because once you unmuted him, it's him. I wonder what that is.
It
sounds like a keyboard.
Wanting me to shut the fuck up.
I'm sorry, Brother B. I didn't mean to throw you under the bus. But it is something with your mic, though.
Is Louis rubbing his ass under the table on a leg or something?
No, dude, I'm on my bike.
Are you pedaling?
Oh, that's probably
what
what
it
it is. That's what it is.
I got about
That-
6 miles in.
All right.
Hey, man, I can't blame you for getting some exercise while you're doing this.
That's efficient.
I am at a pub. I can't remember the last time I went to a pub and exercised, but
Yeah, no, good man, good man.
all right,
Keep it up.
It's still, I can still hear it. I'm not moving.
Yeah, when you stop pedaling, the weird clicking stops.
Oh, wait, there it is. There it is.
I'm not
It's
moving.
back.
Can't blame me.
The camera's moving.
All right, that's because I'm trying to move the phone. All right, I'll get back on in a minute.
Oh, here we
Hold
go.
on.
He gone.
Yeah, it's gone. It's definitely his mic somehow.
Yeah, he's got a click going. Click track.
Oh, well, I hope he comes back. Anyway, oh, Mr. God to you.
Yeah, he's
He made this video. The reason that he gets such a bad rap is because he would make these videos where he would drive up to, because he lives in Hawaii, and he'd drive up to these beaches and he would set his camera up on the dashboard. And he would film these, he'd zoom up in on these like young girls in bikinis and stuff. And sometimes they were like 12, 13 years old. And I think he'd title it, "Is This Wrong?" And he'd get hundreds of people just yelling at him about how ignorant he was.
I could never tell if he was trolling or he really was a creep.
No, he is a creep. Trust me, he is definitely
Well, I know.
a creep.
He's obviously a creep. Are these videos?
But those were, I think the first one was just to get a rise out of people, but it had such an impact that he knew it and he took advantage of that and he would make more of them.
But I have to say, apropos that stuff, it was one guy, and I kind of felt sorry for him, but he really fed the trolls. At one point, it was called First Archangel, I think.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wait a second.
McGrande.
Yeah.
Grande.
And then-
question
Yeah.
to clarify: did he intentionally feed them, or just accidentally through his content?
No. No. The thing was, someone started calling, like they do, started calling him a pedophile. And then
Balcony Buzzard was my favorite.
yeah,
moniker
and
of Lawrence.
then he makes a video. I'm not a pedophile. Why is everyone saying I'm a pedophile? It's like the worst thing you can do.
Dry sand effect.
Yeah, really showing that it got to him. And it's like the worst thing in the world.
Pedophiles always deny they're pedophiles.
Yeah.
Grand.
And I tried to hint to him a lot of times. Whatever it was, no, I'm going to fight them. And he had a heart at the right place, and he was a really nice guy, but he just, Jesus, that was exhausting to watch.
Okay,
Well,
so
Brother
Go
B first. Oh, poor Brother
like-
B.
It sounds like some kind of a predator is slowly eating him, and we're hearing
Yeah.
him being chewed up.
No, McGrande's biggest problem was he didn't like how Live Seal was being treated, and that was not a good. So people say he was sympathizing with a pedophile.
all right, I'm gonna unmute my
Yeah,
brother.
yeah.
Thank you.
Who was the one who got in trouble for trolling the jogger?
That was
Gord.
Gord.
That one.
An idiot.
That one.
But
made-
he's really a funny guy. and I
Oh
do
man,
like
Gord
him.
is
Gord
awesome.
is great.
But
But
that
made
shit
it-
was
that made it on
hilarious.
the news, coast to coast. I mean, I saw it on the news here in the DC area.
That was like in the canyons outside of LA, is that right? Like in
San
exactly.
Francisco.
oh my god, he's so
Well,
it was,
hiding behind a rock. Like
It was the balaclava that did him in.
He had a ski mask on.
Yeah, he had the
Yeah.
ski mask.
Yeah.
Now you remember the news thing said it wrong when they showed the ski mask. They said, "Oh, look at here, he has a gun or something."
Yeah.
They meant ski
He took a lot of shit for that. He got
They came to his work. He was
Yeah.
working, and they showed up at his work to like question him about what was going on.
But
Right.
he's actually one of the really smart guys at Lively.
Yeah, he's
really
awesome.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
He'd be
is a-
great on here.
He would, yeah.
You'd be great to get him on here.
But I
Love
think
that.
he,
love
yeah,
that.
but like there were a couple that were, what's it called, doxed, where they got in trouble in their real lives.
Yeah, I think we have someone here who got doxxed.
Yeah.
There's a lot of assholes out there that just don't see any boundaries.
Yeah.
And
the thing about being doxxed is you don't want to talk about it because then it gives, because that's
Right.
what those people want, you know.
See, the problem with Grand is that his username was the first two initials, his first initial, and his middle initial, and his last name. Well,
That's why I call him First Archangel, for fuck's sake.
what kind of a fucking idiot does that?
Well, Gord, that was his real name, Gord Evans.
Well, he didn't
Back then,
mind.
you didn't have to worry about that.
I mean, Greg Topple, you know, doesn't mind.
I think the first
Yeah, my name's Greg Topple.
Bingles.
I remember Topple got so mad because somebody said he looked like Hayden. He was
The whole
so
point, I have
mad.
that picture up there.
Oh, brother B.
Yeah. What's happening?
What's up, buddy? What are you having, a snack?
He got some popcorn to offset the clicking noise.
He's popping it, actually.
Neocon's cup of tea's
No, like you,
was,
Rebel flag food.
you have kids. I don't want to get doxxed, so I had to make a whole
yeah,
freaking
trust me,
persona.
you don't want
I made
to.
a whole different persona for it. So
Well, it's not just that, like, I wouldn't mind it myself, you know, but it's, you know, my wife found out about it, and then it's like I have to deal with like convincing my wife that what I'm doing online is cool, you know.
well, if you remember in McGrande's case, they actually contact his work.
Oh yeah,
Which you're talking about losing your job and everything else over.
they took the McGrande's boss and
They
made
called
an
his boss.
account with made an account with his real name, saying that he was a pedophile. I mean, how that's like horrible. It's just horrible.
And I would
I'm
just delete my name and leave the site or go underground for a while. So
I know, but that's the fact, though. Those assholes, you know, got their way, you know, and you know what I'm saying. So there was a part of me where I was like, I'm not gonna, you know, I'm gonna keep going, you know, and stand up for myself. And it just goes worse and worse and worse. And once you get the heat on you and the attention's on you, you know, there's not much you can do about it. It's just like people start piling in, and you're like people that you thought were cool, and they're like subbing these accounts, you know, in the middle of the night that get made in your name. Yeah, get made in your mother's name, and you go look on there, and there's like a sub from somebody that you thought you were friends with, and you're like, really? Are you serious?
my favorite was the one that doxed himself to get someone else in trouble.
Oh, that was Clockwork Orange.
Yes.
Yeah.
Dox himself to blame somebody else for doxing him, and Hayden figured out it was him that doxed himself. The account that he made in his own name was from his IP address.
Yes.
Oh, that guy's a creep. That guy was a creep too, though, because I don't know if you guys remember that guy. His name was
It didn't even
Cat juggler.
Cat Juggler. Yeah, he was originally Cat Juggler. He was the Motorcycles Vancouver. He was a guy that would make these stupid videos on LiveLeak, and I interviewed him on my live show years ago. And that Cat Juggler, or Clockwork Orange, whatever you want to call him, contacted me and bragged about how he found his wife's online wedding montage, and told all these family members that the guy was a rapist and cheating on his wife, and was bragging about it to me. And I was like, you are such a loser. I can't
He
believe.
was an asshole.
That you would think that was cool and tell me about it. And he wanted to come on my show and give him even more hell.
But he actually kind of ruined a lot of stuff for me, Clockwork Orange. And then he sent me a private message 8 months after doing it for 8 months, saying how he was this badass troll and he manipulated everyone and he
how cool that
got
was.
them the trust of a lot of people, and then now he could use it against them. And like
People have too much time
What
on
the
their
fuck?
hand.
I know,
Yeah.
exactly.
and it's like that's why nobody is safe from trolls.
No.
But because and also saying that I know how to handle trolls, then there's probably like 50 of them. Oh, this is a challenge. But
Right.
the only thing I did was, or eventually, I just didn't engage them. I just, okay, you hate my stuff. You might have a point. Like, or kind of try to make fun of it or just ignore them. And it kind of worked. But the guys really pushed their buttons and then they got emotionally invested themselves, like First Archangel. And it's not going to end nicely. So
Don't
Well,
poke the
I
bear.
just my problem was I would be like, look, you guys, you're gonna get these sections turned off or our privileges taken away, and I was called the hall monitor. That's one thing that they called me, because and I'm like, I'm not tattling on you. I'm just telling you, if you keep this up, all this stuff's gonna get taken away from us, which is exactly what happened, But because I said that.
But there are like two things they can really do. One is they can create accounts that have a similar name or the exact same name and make a lot of nonsense so they pretend to be you if they want to ruin your reputation. Or they can fake being on your side and...
Right.
Yeah. And you can't really defend against that except for one thing, you just leave the site.
Right.
And I think I always knew I had that. If they were going to really take me down, they could, but then I would just leave as soon as possible.
I know, but you make those relationships with people,
Yeah, exactly.
Like Sloop, if you leave Live Leak, you're not going to have the same interaction you did with them, You came all the way to America to hang out with the guy,
Absolutely.
So then it's just a little part of they win. You know what I'm saying? And that's the part that I had a problem with.
What do they win? I mean,
well, if you leave, I agree that but if you leave, and you end all those relationships with those people, you know what I'm saying? It's because they did to you, they caused that to happen. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but that's why I didn't. Tell of those tactics until now because no one
right.
But if they would have done that, then I would have left because there's no fighting that. It's just they have more energy than me.
Yeah. Well, I before I came on Live Leak, I ran a website, and that was the thing that I hated the most was the people that would make accounts and. They knew that they would get banned or whatever, and they'd come make a new account and everything. And I knew how to find who they were from their IP addresses and stuff. But that's what bothered me the most because they would be friend. Like say I'm friends with Smokesteve here, and I get kicked off this show because I'd say something ignorant or something, and I come back next week with a disguise on, and Smokesteve's like, "Oh man, it's so nice to meet you. You're such a nice guy and everything." Well, the fact that I would be that ignorant to do that to Smokesteve to have a whole new relationship with them, that's what just bothered the hell out of me.
It's an extra level of disrespect.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense, really. I guess it's just in the spirit of being an asshole for that. Those people do that, Trolling has become like a level of existence for some people.
Just yeah, and when you get to that point that some of these guys are, you could see that when obviously you could tell their sleeping habits and their work habits because you would know as soon as they would get online and start making these accounts and doing all this stuff and they would spend hours a night going to people's pages and making a comment or subbing their channel or doing whatever. And you're like, God, I can't believe you spend like every moment of your life that's not working or sleeping doing this. It's unbelievable. But they did. There's people out there that do that.
I actually myself spent hours
trolling Anna.
No. That I did, but that's not what I'm talking about. No, trying to figure out who these. There were various characters on Live Leak that would hide themselves, and I would
cup of tea.
Yeah, but I just, it was a challenge, like a hacker has. That you think you can hide from me, I'm going to show you can't. But it truly is that I had too much time.
Right.
available.
Well, then you realize you spent all that time wasting on that.
Yep.
Yeah, but that's also kind of a thing in life, I think. I don't want to make somebody feel like they can ruin or at least get negative consequences in their own life just to mess with me and see it as a win, even if it hurts themselves. That's kind of like the line I don't want to cross.
Wow.
Martin, you're a little quiet. Do you have a Live Leak account?
No, I've never heard of Live Link.
Leak.
Like you say about all this stuff, and this is what I don't get about all the pseudonyms. I'm just on there as Martin because that's my name. Like I don't get why you have to be Last Dance or Aphid Klaus or whatever it is.
Well, because
you know what I mean? I just don't get that. I don't get that. Just be, why can't you just be your own, be yourself?
Suppose you want to say something about Islamic terrorism. Well, you don't want to do that with your real name because there are no shortage of nutcases who will potentially make you a target. People are afraid to use their real names for good reason. So they use semi-anonymous handles.
Right.
And
so am I a little bit naive to just
No, because you don't use your last names.
Well, if you don't put yourself out there, like
right,
if you just hang out with us, But like,
I mean, Martin, me and you usually just talk about booze and women and the finer points of life. It's not like it's these guys who get into these fucking deep conversations about.
I can get deep, man. I'll get deep.
All right.
But see, Live Leak was like you can make a video and back in the day, and you would have 200,000 people watch it. You know what I'm saying? Right. So, like, I could make a point and be totally blatant where I wouldn't even be with my friends or my family because I wouldn't want to risk, them thinking differently of me. And, I know 200,000 people are going to watch what I have to say. You know what I'm saying? Oh, isn't that cute?
Yeah.
And how I got caught was I made a video of a car crash.
Go on, Aphid. I'm still listening, man.
I had a. I don't want to steal his limelight. Look at that. So cute.
It's cute, man.
Anyway, I made a video of a car crash outside of the front of my office, and somebody saw a sign that was in the background of a church. I'm not there anymore, so I'm not worried about it. But they saw a sign of a church that was in the background, and they they searched the church name, found my shop, because I said it was right out front of my shop. There was a car accident, so I went out there and viewed it. And from that, they found the name of my shop, and then they found my personal name, then they found my wife's name, then they found my mom's name, and they found my Facebook account and showed pictures of my kids. And
jeez.
So I had to lock up my Facebook account, and but it was just so you can imagine. I was Aphid, I wasn't my name,
Right.
So it'd be a lot easier to connect the dots if I used my real first name.
But you know what? I never remember you saying anything that was so controversial that you would have gotten enemies.
Well, it was like I told you, I didn't really, but it was when I stood up for, the last straw, supposedly that the one guy told me the last straw was that they always had a problem. These same group of guys always had a problem with the gay porn, and they went to McGrande's page and posted a bunch of gay porn. So I said, well, I thought that was your guys' that's crossing the line or whatever, And the one guy sent me a private message and said, oh, that's it. I've heard enough of you being the hall monitor and this, that, and the other, and you crossed the line, because I would be open out in the open about calling somebody out, you know. And it was that moment that he vowed that he was going to make my life hell, and he did.
So that's why.
Well,
so
you
that's
doxed
why-
somebody.
So that's
Huh?
why you use. That's why.
Wait,
you
what?
use-
Tom,
You
what'd you
doxed
say?
somebody.
How did I
use-
dox
You
somebody?
doxed somebody.
How did I dox
You let
somebody?
them know their. You let them know about their, or you let people know their old username. That's doxing.
That's wow. Wait, how?
I forgot what his
Wait,
name
if
is.
if Smeebly has an account and does such horrible things that he gets kicked off
Okay.
a website, which it was his name, like Aphilip. It was Smeebly. He comes back as Embeddability, which he isn't even the one that doxed me. It was Nuka Gay Whale. But Smeebly comes back. That's not me doxing somebody by saying that they were a previous username. That's
accused
ridiculous.
you. They
Yeah, well,
accused
yeah, they
you.
accused me of it. But that's not the same. That guy's an idiot. That guy's a clown, man. That Australian clown.
Smeedley?
Yeah, his name was Smeebly, and he made friends with all these mods that were on LiveLeak that would control
That's
the
the most
site.
aggressive I've ever heard you, Aphid. That's the most aggressive I've ever heard you.
Oh well, these guys, you know, like my wife got into like researching all this stuff and spent time and was upset about it, you know, and that sucks. You know,
All right.
This is my life.
Address the comment,
Yeah,
Aphid.
Cup of tea, yeah. Because Cup of Tea, yeah, Cup of Tea. Why don't Cup of Tea come on here and tell me what lie I've told? Smeebly was a mod. No, Smeebly outed the mods and told everybody who the mods were.
How did he know who the mods were?
Because he made friends with them on Facebook. And then what happened was he knew they were mods. They privately told him they were mods. So Smeebly told everybody it was mods, and Hayden booted him. Because you can't tell everybody who the mods are. So once he did that, he came back as Embeddability. Actually came back as a couple different names and ended up with Embeddability and convinced everybody he was this new like guy. And
Interesting.
So, Martin, have you gotten an answer for your question?
Hey?
Martin, do you understand now why?
why you don't use your real name?
It sounds. I don't think I got an exact answer to the question, if I'm being honest with you. But
Well, I can say like this. Back
complicated,
then,
isn't it?
yeah, no, on that site you got death threats, even when you had a fake name, and it's much more fun to get a death threat in a private message if it's not to your real address.
Right.
I've never heard the word
Maybe
fun and death threat in the same sentence before.
Well, it's less fun if it's in your mailbox.
No, I totally get what you're saying. I totally get what you're saying. Yeah.
If they've got no real if they've got no real information on you, it's an idle death threat, isn't it?
So obviously, I'm being totally naive by just coming online with my real name.
Yeah,
No.
some serial killer is going to sit there and watch, and now I'm going to kill everyone named Martin.
All right. Well, I mean,
Good luck with
there's a
that.
reason.
Good
There's
luck
a
with
reason. When Hayden started doing this live stream, the original thing he called the chat was Troll Central, and I think that was based on the history of what he knew people to exhibit online, and that, and no place was truer than in LiveLeak. I think, man, people just trolled just for the fuck of it. Even just probably normal good people would just troll.
But I have to say to Martin that there were a lot of guys on LiveLeak and still are that are using their real names, and they're fine.
Right.
If
Yeah.
this were the only thing I did, Martin, I would use my real name here.
Right.
But I decided to use Last Dance so that people knew who I was from LiveLeak,
Right.
and I don't want to use my real name to associate that.
Sure.
Plus,
Yeah,
I think-
Biscuit Vapes asked what my real name was, like one of the first or second times I talked to him, and I felt bad for not telling him because
Well, it's
Biscuit
end of the
Vapes.
day. End of the day, I think when you have an alter ego name on the web, it's anonymity for one, and also it's more memorable. than just your standard name in most cases.
He's saying that Martin's not a memorable name.
Well, it is, but it is a memorable name. But you've got the same name as about 10 million other Martins.
Yeah, I mean, we look at you and we associate Martin with you. But if it was just Martin and we never saw your face, that would be a terrible name.
Right.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Fair enough.
No, but it's
No,
really true.
I get it. I do get it.
Yeah. If you didn't have a video on, then it would have been a terrible name.
But I don't go online putting controversial things out there where I'm going to put myself in a position.
It's not even about that. Someone could just say something about you and then it can stick.
Well, I mean, or it doesn't matter. If somebody gets creeped out, they're gonna get creeped out and like attack you.
I was actually thinking of retiring Duke Brazzi along with my live leak account.
Why though? Why, just don't go back. Don't sign on. Don't delete. And
you can borrow the hashtag Martin if you want.
I mean, it's your life. You do what you want to do.
I was actually going to change to Martin.
Martin.
I can be Martin_1.
No. Duke Brazzi is a legend. Should never go away.
So have I asked you this before, Duke? Does your name have anything to do with The Godfather?
Well, kinda. It's a mix of two sources. And actually, yeah, the first one is kind of from Hunter S. Thompson.
Okay.
Yeah, I love Hunter Thompson.
Yeah, but this was from like when I was 13, 14 years old. And I've had that for, and then Brazzi. But the guy in The Godfather, he spells it with an S.
So it was Luca Brazzi.
But with an S, Brazzi with an S.
Yeah, they sent him the fish wrapped in newspaper. What does that mean?
Sleeps with the fish.
Yeah, Luca Brazzi sleeps with the fishes.
All right, so Duke Brazzi's
somewhat of Hunter Thompson's pseudonyms that he used in his book was Raoul.
Hey, you're being a bit rough there.
Exactly.
He called himself the Duke, didn't he? He called himself the Duke.
No, Last Dance was absolutely correct. He had an alter ego that was Raoul Duke.
Cool.
Oh, you don't reply?
Just toss him.
And do you know what?
I just tried. He's holding on like a crazy person. Look, there we go.
All right. He flew the microphone. Oh.
Yeah, it didn't go far.
Do you know what they did at his funeral? Do you know what they did at his funeral, Hunter S. Thompson?
What's that?
What they do?
Yeah, I know.
Johnny Depp fired his ashes out of a cannon.
That's about right. That's about right.
It's pretty good. I like it.
He was quite a leftist, but I absolutely loved his writing.
He was very left, was he?
Yes, Hunter S. Thompson was definitely.
Was he?
I would kind of say it was pretty.
I'm coming from Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas, and I've read Big Sur and a couple of other of his books, and he was just very out there, wasn't he? Just.
Yeah, he's out there, but
to me, it was more libertarian, but he had a lot of disgust for some of the right.
Yeah, he was. There were definite libertarian leanings of his, and he was also, I think, somewhat of a leftist. But he loved guns, so he wasn't that kind of a leftist.
And he hated the government, so that's not lefty.
Yeah, libertarian sounds a little more in the direction he would have gone. Maybe.
He almost got elected in Aspen, but and one of his policies would have been that what's it called, untrustworthy drug sellers would be put on a pole of shame on the town square, tied up. That's for drug sellers that you can't trust.
Yeah, if you haven't read him, I recommend reading any one of his books.
Huh.
Yeah, but there was also some unauthorized autobiographies written about him before he died that are really good too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Oh, never mind.
No, he was definitely a very interesting character, I think.
Yeah, and again, I read most of his stuff when I was a very young teenager, and that's where part of my name, and then it became kind of like my own thing, and then I mixed
Mine
it.
too.
Yeah.
Wasn't he diagnosed with Parkinson's or something towards the end, and then he took his own life?
He had some disease, which is why he killed himself, presumably.
Right. Same as
I
Robert.
had a lot of pain. Yeah, and like Hemingway in that way.
He shot himself, didn't he? He shot himself.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, they just
Well, yeah.
legalized assisted suicide in Maine, the state of Maine, U.S.
Really?
I was in an interesting conversation about that recently. If you should be, how it should be your choice, but the Robin Williams and Hunter Thompson came up. It was their choice not to die that way, but not to die from the disease, but to take their own life.
I respect that. I do. I definitely do. Respect
Interesting.
that.
Yeah, well, I mean, Hemingway, there's a long list of great authors who've chosen that route out, which is it's kind of a shocking thing, right?
Well, would you want to spend
Okay.
$20,000 of your savings a month for care? Would be a burden? It depends. That's the conversation I had. I think you know Joey, Stephen.
Sure do.
Yeah, interesting.
It is. It's a lot of money.
I lost my best friend this year. He had dementia, early onset dementia, and
Well, that sucks.
I wondered if he would do that, because he was the kind of guy that would take control of his life and wouldn't just let whatever was going to happen. But it just blasted right over him before he could do anything. It was pretty fast acting. So
Yeah, we had experience with that too. It comes on quick. It comes on quicker with some than others too.
My uncle took his life when his wife died. He just went in a downward spiral instantly. He went out in a car with his wife and crashed, killed his wife, and hung himself like 3 weeks later.
Okay.
Guilt is what it was.
I thought he did it on purpose.
No, it was a complete accident. He even tried killing himself the same way first, but he crashed into a hay bale at like 90 mile an hour.
Oh.
That's just fun.
Your accent, Biscuit. I was in Florida this past week, and I was on the beach. It was at night, and there were thousands of people on the beach. And I spoke to this guy. He was an Englishman, and he explained to me in your accent that 2 planets were merging. And I said, "What the fuck is he talking about?" And then I read the paper later that Jupiter and Saturn were merging together.
Yeah, that was the other day, wasn't it?
In the sky, yeah.
And there were a lot of people on the beach. I thought there might have been fireworks or something, but
I wanted to watch it, but I missed it.
a lot of English in southern Florida.
Well, you'll have another chance. I think it happens again in 600 years.
Yeah, only if I transfer my consciousness into a robot. That's how it'll happen.
I think it's 200. It's every 200 years.
No,
then we definitely have a chance.
Doesn't it happen one more time in 1 week? Like they get close again because of the rotation?
Well, the
Maybe.
Earth is egg shaped.
Well, the axis is.
It's actually an oblate spheroid.
That's what he said.
No,
It's not a perfect sphere, is what I'm trying to say.
Who are you calling a spheroid? I ain't no spheroid.
Speak to a flat earther, and we could have an interesting conversation there.
Yeah, I wonder what they have to say about the 2 planets. But they got a whole graph that shows how it's possible.
I like the one up flat earther. The flat earther would say, "Oh, the moon landing was fake," and I'd say, "Oh, really? You believe that the moon is real?" moon is just a hologram, isn't it? That's never ending.
I kind of liked the flat earthers in the beginning because they kind of they put the contrast to our discussion, like how do we know anything, and how do we handle this with the information?
Yeah,
but then it kind of got out of hand.
It's one thing to debate reality and see, and see what to argue what you actually know to be true, but it's another thing to outright lie and try and make it go into schools that the Earth is flat.
yeah, I kind of thought that they're gonna find a way to show how flat earthers are wrong and how we can filter information, but then they didn't. Like flat earthers won.
Those same people wanted evolution out of the school curriculum.
Yeah, exactly. So I don't know.
The United Nations map is the symbol for the United Nations is the flat earther map. And they believe that. It's interesting. I love conspiracy theories. I think they're fun, you know.
They're fun to watch. And laugh at people with idiot ideas.
Right. The graphic of the solar system with round planets, but the Earth is a flat.
Right.
That's hilarious.
One of the flat earthers' main arguments is that everything that NASA shows are cartoons because they show up a digital approximation of what they're going to do. So it's all cartoons and not real.
Yeah.
It's kind of funny. I'm in a Stanley Kubrick fan group on Facebook, and the only thing that's not allowed to post there are theories about how he faked the moon landing.
Well, that's all factual.
But they do give you a link to another group where they discuss that kind of thing.
Do you pay for that, Duke, or is that
No, it's just one of the hundreds of thousands of groups on Facebook.
Cool. Sounds
keyboard.
Sounds all right.
Well, Stanley Kubrick did film didn't he film something in his studio, Stephen?
Yeah, he filmed the recreation of the moon landing in his studio, I believe. Do you guys know about that?
No.
And then the scene in the movie The Shining when the kid had the sweater on with the spaceship and the moon. He was trying to give off hints as to what he did.
Yeah, and he filmed a recreation of it, and then people used that recreation as proof that was a recreation of the moon landing. Well, no, he was just recreating the moon landing.
Well, Duke is the biggest Stanley Kubrick fan in the world, so he should be able to answer any of these questions you have about Stanley Kubrick.
I can say that it's arguably so.
So that means you're not the biggest fan. I got you.
No, he is the biggest fan.
No, it's been debunked 1,000 times, but I'm not going to go into it. Why? I don't have.
What's been debunked?
That he filmed anything to do with especially the thing with the shirt in The Shining.
Yeah.
But
two little girls.
Yeah, you can make The Shining to be everything about the moonlight landing if you want to.
So did he film a recreation of the moon landing or not?
No.
So that never happened.
No, show it to me.
Well, I don't know. I've just read rumors of it on the internet, so I thought maybe.
I know there are.
You've heard those, right? You've heard the rumors.
Well,
I've heard them all.
Internet, it's got to be true.
Okay, all right. See, I don't know, man.
No, the thing is, I can't prove he didn't do that because there's no footage even to.
Even if he did, so what? Filmmakers do the moon landing recreation all the time.
No, I can't prove even that the tooth fairy doesn't exist.
You can't prove anything, doesn't it? You can't. The Sky Fairy can't be proven that it doesn't exist. But
Sky Fairy? What kind of fucking fairy?
Here's
is
my
that?
recreation of the moon landing.
no,
You put a really big bill under your pillow. The Sky Fairy.
the Sky Fairy is what we scientists call.
You find a LSD pill.
It's just something people use to prove the stupidity of God. It's like
Sky
you
Fairy.
can, yeah.
Very nice.
It's basically what they're saying is that Sky Fairy is no less plausible than God.
What's
I
Aphid
don't
doing?
know. I just have to say, I don't know. I'm not saying anything is wrong. It's just like I have to narrow down what I spend my time being interested in. Maybe Kubrick did fake the moon landing. I don't care. It's just I'm not going to spend the rest of my life finding out.
Why would they spend millions of pounds on rockets and actually send a rocket up in the sky that millions of people watched live, not on television but live in person?
Yeah, and I watched that movie, Capricorn 1.
And why do it?
Capricorn 1?
Ow! Don't do that! Ow! Don't do that. That's naughty. Stop it. No, stop it. Look at him, little bastard. Ow!
Steve, haven't you watched?
Oh, you little fucker!
Oh, Smokesteve's going full shot mode. That goes great with THC and beer.
It's tiny. See next to my face, but if I hold it up here, it probably looks a lot bigger. Yeah,
that's what I do when I'm out fishing, Steve.
Vanilla vodka?
No, I hold the fish like this.
Oh yeah, of course. Look at that thing; it's huge.
What do you fish, Duke?
Yeah, anything I can.
Duke,
where do you fish?
He does.
No, well, I haven't really, but when I was younger, like bass or what's it called? I tried to get a pike, but I've never actually been able to. But bass, and then those that you don't want that are in the bass kind of waters.
Catfish.
Steve and I have caught quite a few stripers out off of offshore.
Mostly me, dude.
I drive the boat. Steve catches the fish.
Yeah, you drive the fucking boat.
Yeah.
Exactly. Exactly.
It's not a good deal.
Do you guys have perch and roach fish in America?
What's roach?
Roach is like
freshwater.
it's like an orange fin, like
You can't eat it. You can't eat it.
no, it's like a muddy. It'd be a muddy flavour.
Oh. Yeah, we have perch.
I've caught perch, roach, and tench, and I tried to catch rainbow trout, but that failed.
Number 9.
Hey, Cypher!
Hey, Cypher. Good to see you, man.
Hey, man. Hello, everybody. Good to see y'all.
How you doing, buddy?
Merry Christmas.
This is
Are you
like
going to
Hollywood
stop fighting me or what?
We're like the Brady Bunch now.
Yeah, essentially.
We never had me.
I guess I'd be Peter Brady.
Or Hollywood Squares.
You should either play the Brady Bunch or the Hollywood Squares theme.
Oh, no.
Dear Lord,
Uh-oh,
have you
the
heard the
backbone.
message yet? I don't know. They say it's 10 is the limit, but where's the extra square going to go if we do get
I
a
don't
10?
know.
I have no idea.
It doesn't make any sense.
I think
but-
somebody in the chat needs to figure that one out.
Yeah, have we ever had 10? I don't think we have we?
No, but I'm not bringing any illegitimate porno fucking flashing people up here
You've
anymore.
learned your lesson.
I think it's Cup of Tea's
Oh, yeah.
time to finally
To make an
log in.
appearance.
Yeah.
That man is he never has come on.
Well, if he's willing, I'll be willing to hop off.
Oh,
No,
Well,
we
we
got
can
10.
have
We got
10.
10.
No, we
We
need
only
10.
have 10.
It's
That's
not
the-
going to work. Even
That's
if
the
it did
point.
work.
It will.
sorry, guys. I had duplex sound on there. Probably messing you guys up.
It's all right. My brother's little chicken is pecking away.
I
in the
know,
corner
man.
there.
That's such a shame. Cup of tea wants to kick me. I'll come off for good if Cup of Tea comes on. If that's what it takes, Cup of Tea.
No. It's all right. Everyone, all you need is love. That's
All you need is love.
Exactly.
Cup of Tea will never live up to my
Steve, what happened to the
expectations.
girl?
Who was that guy we had last week? What was his name?
Oh, the crazy loony guy.
No, bored shitless.
Yeah, Scottish guy.
He's all right. He's all right.
He's
I think
all right.
that was 2 weeks ago. What happened to Jimmy? That's what I want to know. I'm worried about Jimmy.
Jimmy Rizzo.
Jimmy.
Yeah.
I think he's a big fan of Cypher.
Yeah, he
He
found
always-
out he left when he found out I wasn't an astronaut.
Now, Aphid, don't get upset, but your set's starting to look a bit like Jimmy's.
Yeah, it is. It is. I need to be back here. Hey, look, I'm Jimmy Rizzo.
He did think I was somebody important. God bless
All
him.
you need to do now is move your camera over there. Really high up.
Well, jealous of Martin too. Settle.
Didn't hear that.
Jimmy's face must be just pitiful because he never wants to get his face on
Yeah,
cam.
he talked about medications for some skin conditions. So
Yeah, he's got something
He did.
going on.
yeah,
He does have the good Run DMC jogging outfits on all the time. though.
Well, I don't exactly think we are a set of models here. So
what are you talking about? We're fine specimens.
That was one good thing with Live Leak because that's kind of the first thing they attack, your looks.
Oh
But
yeah.
then- yeah. But then it gets old, so yeah.
I was accused
know
of having pepperoni nipples because I would always get the girls talking on Skype. That's what I was accused of.
I don't even know what that means, and I don't want to.
I don't know either, but that was just the thing that stuck for a while.
I love women with good pepperoni nipples. I'm telling
I don't even know what that means.
I don't know either.
Well, when the aureole is a really, really big like that, and then when you
Aren't they called
work them
baloney
up, and it's exciting now.
pepperoni nipples are this big. You're talking about baloney nipples.
Yeah, there you go.
And we wonder why we get no women on the show.
Baloney nipples.
Smokesty's shaking his head. We're getting out of hand here.
No. This one is different. We're talking about areolas.
Yeah. If you're by the North Pole, you can see the areola nipples in
The areola borealis.
Yeah.
Saturn's got the world's biggest. Saturn's got the universe's biggest areola.
So I do have a person here who wants to come in, but
Oh, bring him in.
no, I think it's a porno person.
No, come on.
no.
You can always cut it off. Come on. Where's your... It's Christmas, Smoke
Not
Steve.
quick enough.
It's Christmas. Come on, bring him
We
in.
need to see what 10 looks like.
Yeah,
can always-
they have to show the
Can't be
camera.
worse. Can't be worse than the
Keep your finger on the button.
No,
Just bring him in.
it's a-
Come
It's a
on.
delay.
Let's see what that 10 looks like. All you have to do is let him in and push him out straight away.
I think
What do you
this
think?
person-
You think you're gonna get in? You think you're gonna get in
Oh,
trouble?
no.
Like,
We're
Now you
losing
gotta
people, man.
balance it out.
you think Hayden's gonna be like, "Oh, that's it, Smoke Steve. You're never gonna do these shows again."
Well, I don't care about that. I can just dude. I could do it on my own if I wanted, but I want to be here. No, it's more like I don't want the whole 3 hours to get deleted. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Oh,
I
yeah.
get you.
That's what they'll do. They'll be like,
Right.
okay, 1 second of
Well,
penis.
it's an Arabic
Did they have a?
guy, I
What was
guess.
it?
Is it
What
more
was their
Arabic
name?
writing?
Do they have a name?
It was
Yeah.
just Arabic.
It's still there.
What is it? What's the name?
Shane Mosley,
Shay Mosley.
which was a boxer that they called Sugar Shane. Sugar Shane Mosley.
And the anticipation is
But I don't know.
Incredible.
All right, here he comes again. Shane Mosley. No, it's just Topple.
Oh.
I'm sorry.
Oh, you tease.
It's better than Mosley. Trust me. Mosley's gone. I knew it.
Oh.
I knew it. It was just a porno thing.
Turn the
dude.
cam on, Shay Mosley. Come back and
No, it's a porno, dude.
really bring it.
I can tell. They're just trying to troll. That's all.
Hey, John
What do
Grammaticus,
you
was it
mean,
a good
porno?
stream? Was Rizzo's a good stream?
Oh, you missed it, Brother B. There was somebody that came in and they were Sharia law, and they once it came on, they started showing some it was some anal dildo action with like a good 36-incher, I'd say. And
It was like 12.
that broad was taking almost 20 of that in too.
It wasn't 36. It was 12 to 14.
Well, you might know your dildo size is better than I do.
36? What are you, crazy? That'd be through somebody's brain.
That would be murder.
36. Jesus. Nope. Come
on, Steve. We've got a 10th person in.
Oh, wait. Okay. Is that you?
It is.
All right.
That's
here
what
we
10
go.
looks like. There we go.
I don't think you might not have the stream with the bandwidth to do it. You can't
I'm
pull
on,
it off.
I'm on my mobile internet here. Hold on, I'll
Come
try
on,
Wi-Fi.
Let's see. Oh, no. It won't let you. Somebody left.
What happened? Who
damn it.
left? Martin. No, Martin's still there. Who left?
His brother.
No, Topple's still. Oh, Brother B.
And Biscuit Vapes.
Oh,
There we go. Oh, it was there.
Biscuit, if you're gonna have two cams on, you definitely need to crack out the
now we have-
electric razor. make it worth it.
I just wanted to see what 10 looks like.
Oh,
God.
Here we go.
Mic
Yeah,
off. There we go. That's better. Second mic off.
Pretty good. Oh, now we lost someone else.
Topple.
Jesus.
Topple.
All right. Well, we tried.
We did.
Nice run at it.
Dang it.
So yes, it does make it all uneven when you have 10.
What do you got? You must have like 300 or 400 viewers on here right now. Surely somebody can call in, right?
300 or 400, like 23,
Right.
dude.
23. What? It's Christmas. What's going on here?
There isn't, but by the time it's over, I'll have 250 to 400.
Cypher's about to pass out.
Yeah, overindulged for the last 3 days, so I haven't had
Too much eggnog, Cypher.
Yeah,
This.
and eggnog, vodka eggnog. No, I
I
haven't.
thought it was
had
Steve
anything
who
to
said
drink.
he was agnostic.
Oh.
Agnostic. Oh,
Yeah,
that's the last 8 hours.
Where's
You can't discourage me. I'll just keep it.
I took about a 3-hour nap this afternoon. I haven't had anything to drink in about 8 hours, but I really did go for it the last 3 days and had a pretty good time. I didn't.
I got you beat there,
myself,
George.
but I was just exhausted. You know, drinking too much just exhausts me, man. I get tired after a while.
It's all the exercise.
I think I've had a 7-hour nap today.
It's 10 an hour.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a nap.
Oof.
Yeah.
I didn't get any sleep till like 5 o'clock this morning though.
That happens.
I got 2 hours of sleep this morning, and then I had a 7-hour power nap.
I can't do that anymore.
Oh, you guys wondered the picture that was hanging up there on the guy with the striped shirt?
Yeah.
That's Lance Mountain. He's a professional skateboarder.
Yeah.
What?
So he's
What
not
was
a
that?
serial killer like we had.
No, and he does not have. He's not in prison.
We were all excited about
It's
that.
yeah, it's Lance Mountain.
It's a really boring answer.
We had a whole backstory.
Yeah, exactly.
Whole
It is.
backstory going.
But you know, if you were a
It's always bad to
skateboarder, you would be
remember.
like, hell yeah, Lance Mountain. Lance Mountain's a legend. Next,
But
huh?
how high can Ollie?
Pretty damn high. Like you know, like I can ollie over like 5 or 6 skateboards stacked on top of each other.
Really?
That's something I've always been pretty good at, is ollieing.
Can't you make a video of that?
I could do it right here, right now. You want to see?
Yeah.
Hold
No,
on.
no, don't hurt yourself, dude.
No, I'm not gonna hurt myself.
He does it daily.
No, All's I got, the only
I kind of hope he is going to hurt himself.
Yeah, right. It would be better. The
Yeah,
only
yeah.
the only skateboards I have here are big older ones.
yeah,
so
yeah.
I won't be
Just
able to
do
go as high, but I'll do one.
Hand the
just
camera
put it in
down.
Yeah, I can't hear you. So once I put this down, it's gonna be all on.
Camera in. Here we go.
Right, we can say what we like about him now because he can't hear it.
I heard he has pepperoni nipples.
Wow, cool setup.
Look at the state of them trainers, eh?
Old school wide board. Careful.
Oh.
Nice.
That wasn't 5 skateboards.
He did say that he can't do it with the old fishtail.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, that was exciting.
I was holding my breath.
Nice.
But you know what? We never saw whose face was
Very
attached
nice.
to those feet.
I thought you might throw us in a bonus heel flip or kick flip just for.
Let's see if these are huge skateboards. I'll see if I can do a kick flip. Hold on.
One kick.
No, that was great.
All right, here we go.
Yeah.
Kick flip.
Kick flip. This could
Now
be-
it's switching to the stunt man.
Oh, that's a nice view.
All zoomed in. Oh no, that's Martin. Oh, it's,
No, that's him.
Yeah, that's it. It's fine.
All right, that's a good spot.
Bingo. Kick flip. Nope. Halfway.
Try again.
Come on, all the
Nah,
way
you
around,
only
all
get-
the way around.
I have to do it on the 3rd.
Nope. Can't do it.
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice try.
It's all right. Kick flip's hard to do on a wide board.
And in small space.
Now, that was very good, man. What are you going to do when you go to big school?
I would have thought
That's too big.
a pop shove it would have been easier on that thing.
Oh yeah, top cover would have
If you did that one, I was going to say heel flip next.
Dude, that thing is as wide as a door. I mean,
It's huge. It's huge. It's an
fucking
old
ridiculous.
school. It's an old school skateboard.
Are you a skateboarder, Biscuit?
I used to be.
Take
before
me
I
on
put all
full
this weight
screen.
on.
Oh, sorry.
You got me on full screen still.
Yeah, you're out of focus.
Martin 2. Oh yeah, I did.
I used to be a very poor skater when I was younger.
Yeah, I sucked too.
Well, you still look pretty young to
That's
me.
why I still wear these.
Oh, that was good, man. It's good.
Well, you're
Yeah,
not
that-
wearing them now.
Skateboard trainers. Got these for Christmas.
Oh, nice. What are you, size 3?
11.
No, but I like that. I mean, I can see that it wasn't the perfect
Like Smokesteve's model.
skateboard for
Except for the baby shoe.
Yeah, I got other skateboards, but they're in different parts of the house and up at my shop. That's like my cruising on the street skateboard.
You got
it's
a
like real
skateboard
big
stash
and
in
fat.
every room in case of emergency.
Well, I got
it.
here. Look at this.
It was a good fail.
Aphid Lips, Show and Tell, Part 2. Here we go. What do you got? Oh, yeah.
His roof is made of skateboards.
Yep.
Ceiling.
If the world turns upside down, Aphid is ready.
A Grinch board.
No, but it was cool. Damn it, I miss my very old skateboard days now.
He's unplugged his camera. Oops. There we go. Are those skateboards structural, Aphid?
Oh, he's off his.
Are those skateboards structural to roof, Aphid?
Yeah, yeah.
Road bearing.
Didn't have any timber laying around, so you just fixed it up with skateboards.
It's like a dozen of them up there or something.
It's awesome. Very nice. Masterful.
Happy New Year's, everybody. I'm going back to the sidebar. I'll be here. But
Oh.
All right,
Merry Christmas, Cypher. I hope you had a great one.
Yeah. We'll see you.
Cheers.
Let's go into the
Cheers.
sidebar.
Yeah, sidebar. Not a bad bar to head to. And I'm thinking that things are winding down.
I appreciate
Right,
you.
in that case, I'm going to jump in. I'm going to jump in, Steve. And I just want to thank every one of you for this year. It's been weird. It's been great to meet all of you this year, and it's been an absolute pleasure. Every single one of you. So
I feel the same way.
Likewise, Martin.
Same way, Martin.
Thank you,
Martin.
Cheers, dude.
Thank you. Yeah.
Thank you,
All
man.
the best for next year.
Cheers to all of you guys.
You got it, Martin. And Martin, you know
No,
what?
I really genuinely mean that. It's been an absolute pleasure to meet all of you and have the crack. Yeah?
Thank you, Martin.
I appreciate it.
And it has been a pleasure to host you and have you here in the pub because, this fucking year sucked, but, human beings, we all are. And we can all at least relate to each other and get maybe an hour or two of time that we don't have to think about the rest of the bullshit that's going on in the world here. Because if it wasn't for having human connections with other human beings, then what the hell would it all be fucking worth, man? And that's what we're here for.
Let me put it this way to you, Steve. I now have a nap on a Saturday afternoon just so that I can be awake for this.
Ah, that's great.
Thank you, Martin.
And I can't help but have a nap because this has totally ruined my sleep cycle.
I hear you, man.
Who's cutting onions around here?
Right.
No, man, I don't mean it like that. I don't mean, but it's genuine. Like I actually look forward to this every week.
Thanks, Martin.
Me too, Martin. Me too.
Don't stop doing it. Keep
I do
doing
too.
it.
I appreciate that.
It's really good, and like these lads would say the same. I'm sure.
Damn right.
Keep doing it.
That's why we're all here. There goes Aphid.
And I'm still here, so my battery's dead in my DSLR.
But Steve,
I tell you what, all the stuff in here is no fucking idea, isn't it? Eh? All that flashy light stuff going on in the background.
That's where all the power's gone. All them lights have drained batteries.
Well, I'm Martin 2, though, if you look at my name. I'm not as good as Martin 1.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
Very funny. Yes, Duke, what were you going to say?
Are you still reading The Lord of the Rings to the little one?
Yes.
Where are you now?
We're getting near the end of the first book. We read a few pages a night. It's not that much.
Lovely. Lothlorien?
The part we just are getting over is the part of when they discover that it's the bane of men. The men have made the mistake. That's why it was fresh in my mind.
Okay.
So we're transitioning into what are we going to do as the group who's about to head out to figure out what we're going to do with the ring. Gimli, I believe, has just made an appearance. So everyone's getting together in the elves in Elrond's castle, Rivendell. And we're firing up. We're getting ready to head out on the adventure. It's awesome. I love it, man.
Yeah, that's cool.
You reading that with your daughter?
Yes.
Oh, that's awesome, man.
She just lays back and listens to the words, and I really think she understands the whole concept of it. Even though
some of it could be above even a young adult's level. I think she still really understands reading, and she's just following along, you know. So it's really it's cool. It's above her level, but
Yeah, she's a little bit. Was she like 8? 8?
She's 12.
Oh, she's 12. She's older than my son.
Yeah. It's cool, man. It's very good.
Well, I'm gonna piggyback off Martin, and I hope everybody had a great Christmas this year. And I know it was all messed up, but you know, make the best out of what you got.
Exactly. Take care, gentlemen. We'll
All
wrap
right.
this one up for the night.
We'll see you, Smokesteve.
Happy New Year to everybody.
Yeah.
Happy New Year to all.
We will see you all.
Duke, me and you need to have a chat about paganism. Me and you stay online. Come on, let's have a chat.
Well, once Smokesteve cancels, it's over with. So you'll have to.
No, we stayed online.
No, Steve, you can keep
We
the
stayed
back door
online
open.
ages the other night, didn't we?
Oh.
You can keep talking.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, we stayed.
I thought you took the internet home with you.
I always leave too early then.
But it's not. I don't think it's going to be on YouTube. But I think
Right.
No, it didn't,
Keep
it
talking
didn't end up on a
privately.
video on YouTube or anything like
No,
that.
it's just private.
We were still just chatting. For ages.
It's called in YouTube. They call it the after show.
Is that
Before
what
you go,
it's called?
Steve? Let me thank you for setting these up and
thank you, buddy.
treating us to some nice music at the start of every episode.
Oh, that's very nice. Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, you need to tune your guitar up. You know.
Oh, iTunes somewhere.
Do you tune it by ear, Steve, or do you do it with an electric tuner?
I buy ear.
Can you play us out with like a Lord of the Rings theme kind of
It's Christmas, Steve. It is a present to us all. We appreciate it.
or green sleeves?
Or just doing bongos. Or just doing bongos.
He can't hear you.
No, I can't.
Do you know?
play us out.
Do you know Ram Jam, Black Betty, by any chance?
Yeah.
I do.
You mean like, whoa, Black Betty?
Yeah. Hell yeah. That's awesome, dude.
Yeah, I mean that's a drummer's song though.
Yeah.
I'll get my daughter down next week. With electric drums.
That's what I'm singing when I'm frying black pudding.
Really?
I actually like black pudding. It's a good dish. Isn't it British?
A little bit racist, but it's the end of the show.
They tried to ban that song here in Massachusetts. But, yeah.
I hate white pudding.
I don't see how black pudding is racist. It's a perfectly good dish.
As long as you have it with vanilla ice, it's no problem.
Right. Not bad.
All right, you guys. I'm taking off. So take care, you guys. Merry Christmas to everybody. Happy New Year.
AKA Martin too.
We'll see you in 2021, everybody. Take care, all.